Is that 3 out of 5 that I hear for a meat grinder? Wow, you guys are adventurous.
Shit.
2 for sure. Who else was there? Robert, Rand, and Anthony. Did you want meat grinder?
That's my golden record. The live cleric is saying no.
So we got 2 questions against what Don's saying.
Okay, put your yes into chat or your no into chat.
2.
In Roll20. 1 yes. 2 yes. No. Yes.
Oh, yes,
Don! Why'd you do this to us?
Well, I guess I have to wait to see what the other 2 say.
No, you don't.
No, you just go for it.
Okay, we can do meat grinder. It has no effect on me as the DM.
All right, let me go change my
But it has
spells
double
real quick.
experience, so that's good.
Yeah.
Go change into your red pants.
Change it to my shitting pants.
What is there? Is there any other housekeeping stuff that people want to know? As with Brian's campaign, any magic item has a 10% chance of being cursed.
10%. Mine's only 5.
How do we determine
Oh, is it 5? I thought it was 10.
Oh, it's 5%. But hey, we're playing meat grinder mode.
Yeah.
Kev, can an identify spell determine if it's cursed or not, or is it just by happenstance and bad luck?
It would depend on how serious the curse is and what your level is.
We're getting feedback from somebody.
I think that's
Anthony?
Hello? Can you hear
yeah,
me?
I hear you, Anthony.
What happened? Oh, just...
Oh, we just agreed that meat grinder mode was enabled.
Yes.
And you're echoey.
Alright, give me a second. I'm being something... Give me 1 minute.
No, he sounds fine. Right now,
Oh.
I'm not getting any feedback from him.
Yeah, now it's good.
Might have just been a
How about
internet slowdown thing. Unless it was me.
now? Guess we'll eventually figure it out.
And then just a couple things to note about this campaign. When we get to the map where you're actually doing the adventuring, the size and scale is actually a bit bigger than what each hex represents than in the Dungeon Master Manual. And yeah, that's kind of about it. Did anybody have any other questions or housekeeping stuff? I assume that you guys, how do you guys want to handle gold and stuff, or are you guys just gonna be like kind of free for all?
I figured we'd evenly split it. I mean, that's what Mary would do.
I see what you're saying, like a party loot table, or if we just split. I would really like to see us split it at all, whenever we get it, but it does make sense for someone to be a record keeper.
Well, I'll volunteer if no one else wants to. That's like something Mary's would do anyway. Being the
Giving out
trustworthy one.
allowance?
Yeah.
What are we starting with?
10% for Eldath. The rest is for you.
Starting gold or starting equipment at 85 gold, done.
And Kev, are you going back to traditional meet it to beat it, AC, DC? We roll for crit hits, or is it automatically doubled? What are you doing for stuff like that?
I'm willing to. I'm willing to see what the party wants to do. After all, you guys are the ones who are going to be beating up on monsters, and who are going to have the monsters beating up on you. And just know that if you make a rule for yourselves, it is a consistent rule for the monsters as well.
Can you hear me?
I can now hear you.
I'm alive.
So every
Wait a
hit's a
minute.
critical hit.
There's monsters?
Well, technically they're not monsters. They believe they are the good people. So no monsters, just other people who are doing the things that they believe are right and just.
Cultists. It sounds like
And
cultists.
cult. Yeah.
It sounds culty.
Yeah. It's a wee bit culty.
So what do you guys want to do? You want to go back to traditional D&D rules? You guys want to continue using the stuff that I use in my campaign? I mean, I'm good either way. This is Kevin's thing. I don't want to...
I'm good with straight by the book, but that's just me.
I don't care.
I abstain as well.
You bunch of non-committal...
It's the DM's story. He needs to tell the story.
I agree, but he told us to make a decision.
Yeah. Because if not, I'm gonna go meet it to beat it, and
If
What
that's
was-
the kind of game you want to run, come on.
and then it's just how you guys want to handle the loot. So okay, so meet it to beat it, and what was the other one, Brian?
Crits. Do we double our dice roll, or do we roll again?
Again, if we want to do it, you can. I'll say double your dice roll.
Okay.
Am I gonna remember this? No.
I'm
So-
I'm writing the shit down.
No, I mean, so it just makes it easier when it's just straight up rules.
All right. The cleric is also the chronicler. We got this.
So if anything else people want to solve, I think everything else we kind of know how we play together from Brian's campaign. And I always like to tell my players, play stupid games and you win stupid prizes. And I will let you interpret that how you want.
Hey, Kev, can we
Wait.
are we max hit points in meat grinder mode? I'm still back on that trade agreement.
No, you guys already agreed to meat grinder mode. Brian was the only sensible voice in this group.
No,
No,
I
no.
said no. Hey, no. I said no.
Oh, sorry, and Anthony.
So I think that means that me and Anthony get max hit points, right?
Sounds good. That sounds legit.
I am thinking there's got to be a trade-off, like meat grinder mode or something that would make it appealing.
You were
Nope.
the first one that said meet me.
Yes, you were.
I'm looking here. First thing up there, meet me.
Actually, there was a resounding yes from Robert right before.
Yeah, that was all caps. I don't need extra hit points. Let's
Oh,
go.
that's. Oh, I see the glitter dove self-healing. Right.
Yeah. Sorry, you got distracted by the glitter doves.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's all, I can kind of get us started here.
Those are tokens. Which one am I? I'm the little dude, aren't I?
I don't know what your token is because you haven't put one out.
How do I put one out? I don't have one.
You just
Grab from your
upload.
character sheet and drag him over.
Well, you got to upload a picture to your character sheet first if you haven't done that.
Oh, right. I haven't done this in a long time. Okay, come on, give me a break. Character sheet.
Hey, there you go. That looks like Tikuk. Teeny cock.
I think we should all change back to that.
There we go. Okay, here we go. Da-da-da.
That'll make for fun battles.
It's like we're playing chess. There's a pawn on
And
top of Mary's.
yeah, I just want you to know I haven't DM'd a bunch, so bear with me. I may make mistakes, I might not, but I appreciate your patience and your possibly not dying because of mistakes. Yay!
I'm waiting for you guys to realize that you have to set up your own token actions too.
I'm gonna be this guy. I'm taking this one out of a Pathfinder thing. Save image. Save image as. Desktop.
Brian's the first one in the mouth.
Oh, you dead.
Click to upload. Desktop.
And the only other thing is because there's a storyline that we're kind of following. I'll work your backgrounds and aspirations and goals kind of into it as best I can, but there's no guarantee we can get to that just because there may not be the flexibility for that. So I hope you're not sad and or disappointed.
I'm so glad I spent only 5 minutes on my backstory.
Oh.
I don't know how to change size, so I am now a Tikuk destroyer of
How
worlds.
did you do that, by the way? Because that is badass looking. Without the white box around him and such.
Because the image I took was a
The
clear one.
PNG.
Yep.
Okay, let me make that your token. I think that's almost properly sized up. Okay, and Tikuk. Edit. You select a token. Okay, save changes. Boom. Okay. And everybody should have gotten their hook for why they're in the story now. You can keep that to yourselves if you want. up to you, but it's just a little bit of a reason of why you're all making things happen. Because I assume you're all strangers in this.
Yeah. Not
Tickwick
until...
and Murray have been humping for a while. It's a thing. Nah,
Tickwick and Mary's?
nah,
No, I don't think so.
nah. It's a funny thing about my hook. That's all.
Yeah.
I could have been like, oh, totally, but no.
So,
That depends, Maurice. Are you suffering from a curse?
am I suffering from a curse? I guess we'll find out.
You could be the love of my life.
All right, Cav. So I have a dumb DM question. So should we be seeing other folks' hit points or anything on their tokens, or because they don't have them set up? Because I don't see anybody's except mine.
No,
I
I
can't
don't.
click on anybody else's token, so
Yeah, because you only have control of your token.
You can't see
Right.
health bars. Like we can see health bars on like in Brian's campaign. You know, like when you
Yes.
minus health. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm just saying, since we're playing meat grinder mode and I'm the life cleric, it'd be nice if I could tell when someone's about to
If
freaking
people are
die.
bleeding.
I'll
I'm
scream
not-
like a little dwarven girl.
I'm not sure. Bar one.
I think when you double click on the token, there should be an option in the first tab there where it says whether other people can see or edit.
Oh, I think I know where it is. So if you click on your cog,
Yep.
it says bar one, see, visible to everyone.
I can't change that.
Yeah, we can't
I
change
can
that.
only. You
Oh,
have
no?
to change that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only you guys. Only the DM can do that.
Oh, okay.
Just like only the DM on that second page of that can set up our dark vision, etc. We can't do it on our.
Yes, that is right. You will have to tell me that.
Ooh. Right. Because I think I also have darky.
I don't remember if I even have dark vision.
I assume that blue is for mana.
Usually green is health.
Oh,
blue
that's
is
AC. No.
No. You can do blue as mana.
Yeah, green is health usually. Blue is usually AC, but it doesn't matter as long as they're all the same.
I do my own things with them usually. I'm like green
If
is health.
if you pull one of the creatures from the module out, you'll be able to mirror what they do.
Yeah. I'm just setting this up for you. So you select a token. Okay, save for changes.
Is anybody playing human?
Yeah, I'm playing human.
Okay. Don, what about your character?
A half elf.
Okay. And obviously, Robert, you're playing a dwarf, right?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming kobolds have dark vision as well.
I do.
Okay.
If you put at it.
Alright, so just me and Rand, only ones that can't see in the dark.
Just you, Brian.
What? You said you're playing human, right?
Yeah,
How you see in the dark then?
I got dark vision.
How'd you get dark vision, you son of a bitch? You cast it on yourself every 8 hours?
Yeah, it's level 2 spell, dude. It's
Okay.
only dark for like damn 8 hours.
No. Well, I got the light spell. Thanks to Eldeth's blessing. So everyone's going to see me. And you, or whoever's standing next to me.
If it's a really dark day or something, I'll cast it a couple times, but that seems...
I mean, he can also cast on you, right?
I'm not casting shit on nobody.
We're level 3. You ain't got spell slots to waste.
Yeah, I remember that when you're on the ground, freaking dying on your second death save. I'm not casting
And then
much.
he's gonna,
Oh, shit.
No. What's gonna happen is he's going to be on the ground dying. He's like, "Oh, I'd heal you if I could see you."
If only you had casted light on me instead, so I didn't have to burn a level 2 spell.
Well, no. Then he's gonna have to cast light, and like, "Oh, look, now I expend the spell slot, and I can't heal you anymore."
I'm
right.
getting really frustrated. I'm looking for a character icon that I use so I can make mine cool looking like Anthony's in.
Not finding one.
What do you?
I found one.
You email it over to me, and I'm more than happy to Photoshop it.
Can you?
Yeah, I can run upstairs and grab my laptop and put Photoshop it on. It'll only take me a
I'm
minute.
going to copy image address.
What do you got? What do you got at Photoshop?
He's gonna say put it as PNG. Take out the
There you
background.
I just posted it.
You cannot play Tegan.
Wait, is that the photo of Tegan?
It is.
Is it really?
Yes.
I just picked it. I was like, that's a human with a bow, and it looks like a
That's
druid.
Tegan.
For those of you who don't know, Tegan's in my campaign that Jason played, and he died.
Yeah,
Miserably.
He
I
had a
heard him.
foot. He had a foot, didn't he? Or
He lost
had
a foot. He lost an arm and then a foot. And
Yeah, but so exactly, he had a foot. He didn't have feet. He had a foot.
he also
Come on.
had a hand.
Don't police my grammar here. Come on.
However, Rand, you know that if you do this, then he's going to have to reset up your token.
Well, to be
know
fair,
what?
I
No,
didn't.
you can change
Do
the
it.
image, can't you?
With Anthony a second ago, so I figured it would be okay.
It's fine. I just put your HP in. We'll deal with dark vision later when it's actually going to matter. I don't think the first campaign we're going to get to a place where dark vision matters. And if it does, I'll take a break and do that for you guys.
And leave us in the dark for a little bit.
Yes.
Things stabbing us.
Well, you want a meat grinder mode?
You could just give me a little light that has like a 60-foot radius. That would work.
Meat grinder mode means nobody gets dark vision.
Oh, I think we should vote on that one, guys. What do you think?
God. No.
Says
Yeah,
the
for
human
triple
that doesn't
experience.
have dark vision.
Mary
You
says
already have
yes.
double experience. Let's get triple.
Rand, if you vote, I'll give you 50 experience above everyone else right now. If you vote yes, for to know dark vision.
50 per minute.
No.
We're gonna be in the astral plane. Time passes differently here.
This is fairyland. You don't know how time passes. Okay, so we'll deal with that. And if everybody's all out of questions and we're kind of set up, we can kind of make our way through. Dun 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 dun.
Set the stage.
For the past several days, the talk of the streets and taverns has all been about the so-called death curse, a wasting disease afflicting everyone who's ever been raised from the dead. Victims grow thinner and weaker each day, slowly but steadily sliding toward the death they once denied. When they finally succumb, they can't be raised, and neither can anyone else. Regardless of whether they've received that miracle in the past, temples and scholars of divine magic are at a loss to explain the curse that has affected the entire region and possibly the entire world. And as some of you may know, you have heard about a party that is departing to Chult. You guys may sort of talk amongst yourselves as to how you got there, but you are currently waiting at the front doors to this Syndra Sylvain, who apparently is the one who is, I guess, trying to gather people for this mission. So you're all at this big door of this large mansion in Baldur's Gate.
How about we just go around and do a quick little introduction of each character, what they look like, and stuff like that. You cool with that, Kev?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at in
Okay.
much larger words.
Okay. So who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Right. You go.
Okay. My character's name is Wilparin Yendir. He is an elf, or half-elf, excuse me, sorcerer, and he is large and tall for a half-elf. In addition to that, he is an Adonis, even among his own beautiful race. He is the offspring of an elf mason who married a human woman. His father instilled the knowledge of his trade in his son, which is masonry, and but his son was weak. But he's so beautiful that it would never matter. Everyone loves him. because he is just so beautiful. That all changed, though, when his wild magic cast a fireball into the center of the dance. After that, Will was encouraged to leave, and he's been adventuring ever since.
So has he been like scarred from this fireball thing, or
Oh, he wasn't in it.
you said
No,
that you said before
absolutely beautiful.
you said he was large and tall, large like fat?
He is no.
No.
He is 6 foot tall, 11 and a half stone.
Alrighty then.
So about 162 pounds. I don't know what that is in kilometers.
Kilometers?
That's about 70. That's about 70 kilometers.
I was hoping that wouldn't just go unchallenged.
Right? Who wants to go next? Alright then, I guess I'll go next. So walking up to this entrance, you guys can see this large hooded figure, over 7 foot tall, just a little over 7 foot tall. But you can see like some long braids or something kind of sticking out from the bottom of the hooded cloak that this figure's wearing. Huge, giant fingers, like big meat hooks of hands, kind of reach through the robe and pull the hood back, and you can see that those of you are familiar with this is a furbolg. Appears to be a female furbolg, and she'll walk up to the door, kind of just looking around somewhat nervously, not really wanting to start conversation with anybody, but looks around, kind of keeps to herself. But again, just out of character. Her name is Maryse Coopering. She's a furbolg, and she is one of the divine faith. You guys will see she has a shield strapped to her back, not really adorned anywhere, but chainmail underneath her robe. And she kind of walks with a large spear with some kind of intricate woven fabric design towards the head of it. And she kind of walks up, just kind of looks around, not really paying much attention to anybody, but she's just kind of waiting for someone to tell her what to do next. Any other questions about what I just explained there? Or if not, someone else can go.
How do you spell it?
Did you just talk to me? Did you just call me a fella?
I think he said, "How do you spell it?" It was hard to make out.
Yeah, I've not heard of that race before.
It's Firbolg.
I didn't catch it. Say it again.
Firbolg. Furbolg.
Thank you.
You can Google it.
You can also click on my. Well, you can't click on my token. Here, I'll put something in the Discord thing if you guys want to see it.
Brian, you're the only one whose hit points I can't see.
Ha ha! My plan is working.
And I'm wondering why the hell I have such low hit points compared to everybody else.
Roll better. That's all I can say.
I didn't roll.
You didn't roll.
Took
No, I
the
just took the average.
Well, that's why.
I took
Other
6 a
people
level.
roll better.
Well, 5 a level plus my con bonus.
Wait a
Also,
minute
Robert
now.
has your new thing there.
I have the lowest hit points. I don't know what you're complaining about.
You're 1 lower than me. All right, go ahead. Anthony, you up?
Okay, so we walked into. Hit me again, Kev.
Okay, so you guys have kind of all gathered from wherever you're coming from because you've heard that this Syndra Sylvain character is putting together an expedition to Chult to look at what to basically see what's going on with this curse. And so you've all arrived into this
Okay,
gated
that's why-
nice house in Baldur's Gate, and you're sort of waiting at the door on the steps as you all sort of approach one by one. A large very handsome woman has introduced herself, as has a other gentleman,
A half elf.
A glorious Adonis. I think he
a
introduced
glorious
himself as.
Adonis. Yes.
Sorry. What it was I was confused because when you said that, and so the hook is the hook for everyone. Not I thought it was a specific hook to me.
The hook is specifically geared towards you, but everyone kind of has the same premise. There might just be some things that are a bit more relevant to your background or your character.
Oh, okay. Because when you was like Cinder Sylvain, I was like, what? That was my hook. Okay, no, don't. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say when everyone else is showing up, Tickhook is already in the what do you call it, a mansion? The nice estate house.
Yeah. You guys are kind of
Tickhook's
like
not arriving. He's gonna already be there because he's in Syndra's employ.
Let me just check.
You said she's my sponsor
Yeah. It doesn't mean that you're really in her employ.
as a gladiator.
Yeah. She's the one who's sponsoring you for this trip.
Oh, so I thought you were saying she was my sponsor, like as a gladiator. Okay. That's why I was like,
Not like that. It's not like she's she runs the house. This isn't like whatever that show was, Spartacus.
Okay. That's what I thought. I was like, okay, you're a gladiator. Here's your hook. Your sponsor is her, and I was like, okay, but
by
that's not
sponsor
what
she means she's just kind of like
just for this current mission.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So I will say, never mind. I'll change that. I'll bring that back up. There's offer of reward, and what does she look like, Syndra?
You don't know.
Oh, I haven't met her yet.
No, you kind of answered like a Craigslist ad, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe there was a note to the gladiators or the fighting arena that said, "Looking for strong adventurers for possible reward." #dangerous mission.
#dangerous mission, and it's written in a nice flowing script and a female name, and I'm a sucker for a pretty face. So
more or less. It also might have been written in Comic Sans, but you don't quite. Your literacy rate isn't quite there yet to determine.
Hey, you know what? My int is negative, so that's okay. But yeah, so I'll go with that then. Yeah, so I've shown up from the gladiator arena because I'm looking for something different than hacking people up. That it gets kind of boring. Making friends, killing the friends, make more friends. So yeah, Tika rolls into the place, short and kind of stinky, and he's just gonna like look around with his beady eyes and scuttle over to a corner where he can keep an eye on all the bigger people, especially the big lady.
And Kev, I guess Kev or Anthony, whoever wants to answer this. So it's obvious he's a kobold, right? And that's a common thing in this city.
I mean, I would say for a gladiator, there's more room to be of someone who's not of like a standard race that you'd normally see to kind of be there. So I think it wouldn't be uncommon for you to see a kobold, but you might be a little bit weirded out as to why is it waiting here.
Yeah.
Because, you're kind of looking down on... A lot of you may be concerned, especially Adonis over there, that, you're like, what is this creature doing here? Ugh. I hope it's house trained, right?
Yeah, so if Mary's just standing next to this Adonis guy, I don't know if they've met yet or not. She goes, I guess they'll just let anybody in here now, but, well, I guess Eldelf kind of shines on everybody at one time in their life. All right,
Sorry, can you say that again? Sorry, the wife was...
So I'm just saying that Mary's is going to kind of talking to the half-elf dude. That was Will, right? She heard you say your name, I'm assuming, and she's not calling you Yonder. Well, Yonder, I guess they let anybody in here nowadays, but Eldeath shines on someone everybody at some point in their life.
Ticker's just gonna click his tongue in the corner.
Sorry, buddy, I'm not your type.
He's Tekic's gonna mumble under his breath. Big, ugly girl, not pretty anyways.
Thank God. Thank Eldath.
Okay, who do we not get yet? Rand? Rob.
Do you want to go first, Rand? Do you want to go last?
I'll go last. That's fine. I'm still trying to get my shit down.
Well,
All right.
you can't get worse than me. I totally thought it was something completely different.
All right. So you guys see walking through the door what looks to be a mountain elf, though he's a little bit tall for a mountain elf. He's got fiery red hair, but he's covered in tattoos from top to bottom, which really kind of masks the fact that he's a little bit paler than you would expect a mountain elf to be. He's got a shield strapped to his back, and you can sort of tell that shield has been strapped there for a while. It doesn't move very often. He's got two well-worn axes, one on each side of his hip, and he walks in as if he hasn't a care or a fear in the world. He saunters in, looks everybody up and down, and just sort of takes a slight left and walks over to his spot. You can tell that he's led sort of a military life, and yeah, I think that's all you need right now.
So I just gotta clarify. He's an elf, you said.
Oh, sorry, mountain dwarf. Sorry, dwarf. He's a dwarf.
Like,
You said it several times, like a mountain elf. Is he like a dwarf that thinks he's an elf? Is it like, what is this?
You were a tall mountain elf, so I was like, all right, well maybe that's it.
So that's a good thing to say. No, not an elf, dwarf.
Okay. I was getting real confused there for a second. It's like a mountain elf. Okay, that's all right. I got a new one.
He has what you would consider as a normal dwarven sort
gigantism
of
as a dwarf.
right, total attitude. He's got attitude all over the place. Not afraid of anything. Walks in, gives a little harumph and carries.
Like it.
All right, Rand. Make an entrance.
Well, Trex Timberman is this character's name. He is a human. Seems a little bit uncomfortable around this group and being in this city setting. You can tell based upon his outward appearance and his kind of ragged clothes that maybe he has spent more time in the wilderness than in a city dwelling. He's got some steely gray eyes. He's decent looking, little fair-skinned human. Light brown hair, about 6'1", maybe 185 pounds. He's definitely not scrawny, but he's not overbuilt as well. He beneath the green cloak that he wears, you can kind of see some studded leather armor, and you see a couple strange weapon adornments for what you'd think might be a druid, just based upon his face markings and kind of what you know about druids. But he's got a whip at his belt. He's got a longbow strapped to his back. So you're thinking maybe this guy might be more of a ranger. You even see some nets just kind of draped along the side in easy grab, so he could grab it out there. So he'll walk up. He's a little bit shy, but he says, "G'day, mate. Is this where we can take the ship to Cholt? Anyone know?"
Who's he asking or talking to?
Well, he'll look at Mary's.
That's what I'm being told, I do believe. And your name is?
I'm Trex Timberman. Oh, I thought ships were down at the shipyard, and why are we here at the mansion?
Timberman? You're a timberman.
Yeah, timberman, like a lumberman, but timber.
All right, Woody. So, yeah, we got this letter. At least I did. About to show up and meet this I don't know, lady, gentleman, I don't know, Silverbane, Silver something, about this potential trip over to Cholt, and that's about all I know right now.
All right, well, what are we doing sitting around outside? Should we go inside?
Oh, I thought I was already inside.
No, you guys are kind of like on the steps of leading up to this large.
We're in a fenced yard.
Yes.
Ah. Okay. Sorry.
The vestibule, the exterior vestibule.
Yeah.
All right. So if that's the case, then Mary's gonna look around this little group of folks. I've kind of. Is it just us, or is there a lot of people there, Kev?
It's just you guys.
All right.
For now, like you don't see anybody.
All right. So Mary just kind of puts her hands together like in a weird kind of a prayer motion, whatever. Says, "I'm assuming y'all are here for the same reasons. Y'all here to go on that boat over to Cholt to look into some never do well things going on over there."
Nalgren just grunts as if that's the answer that everybody was looking for.
Huh. Alrighty then. Talkative bunch here. So
Tickle's still in the corner of the. So he's gonna be in the corner of the what do you call it? The deck, the
porch.
landing? Porch. Thank you, porch. Just like rolling his eyes.
Now, don't you get any ideas over there, little one? So she'll turn around and she'll knock on the door.
And as you knock on the door, you hear a creak as the doors kind of open. And there you see a human man, a roughly middle-aged, sort of bald at the top with some hair at the sides, and he appears to be fairly well dressed. And he kind of looks you all up and down and sighs and says, "Yes, right this way. Sindra is expecting you." And he leads you into this elegant foyer, and you can tell there's some art on the wall and some carvings. And he leads you up a set of stairs that go up to the second floor, and you hear, and he goes up to one of the doors and knocks. Miss Sylvain, uh, your guests are here. And you kind of hear from behind the door, "Send them in." And he opens the door and kind of directs you all into this room. It's not a big room. There's bookcases along the wall. There's what looks like shelves with various objects on it. There's a fireplace at one end and a big, comfy looking chair. And inside, sitting in that chair, is a figure that is draped in blankets. The door closes behind you, and you hear this crackly voice from under the blankets, and the light sort of flickering from the fire onto the face as a hand comes up and snaps, and the rest of the lights in the room or candles illuminate. And
That's a pretty nice trick you got there, fella. Is it?
Sorry, adventurers. I help yourself to some wine and seat yourselves, friends. I hope I may call you that.
We're all friends in the light of Eldath, but I'll resist the urge to partake in the wine and spirits. But the rest of you folks, y'all just help yourselves.
So looking around, is it like laid out on a table or?
Yeah, there's a round table and there's sort of a bottle or two of wine and some glasses out.
So Tickuk's gonna pull himself up onto one of the chairs because he's short, and he's gonna grab one of the bottles and just jam it into his throat.
And you kind of hear a cough, and if any of you are kind of looking towards Sindra, you start to see that the light is actually from the fire is reflecting on a silvery looking mask that's slightly obscured by a robe. You don't know how to spell Syndra. You've never met this person before, Brian.
I'm putting it in my notes. That's the reason I'm asking.
I know how to spell it.
I can give her a nickname.
You certainly can.
Cindy. So Cindy, you sent us. You sent. I'm assuming all of us a letter about heading over to Cholt. It is. So what is your involvement with this potential trip?
Well, you all answered my call. You see, I was an adventurer many years ago, and as some of you may know, death and adventuring go hand in hand, and I died, and fortunately was raised from the dead. But that that time of my life is very well. I've closed that door and moved on, and I'm sure most of you have heard of this death curse. And well, unfortunately, it's affected me, and I don't know how much longer I'll last before I perish. Clerics, and she looks to you, Maris, and says, have no help to offer. They're stymied by what is happening. Am I right?
Well, what you say is true, but some people believe to let lie what lies. We don't need to prolong the inevitable, if you know what I'm saying. No offense.
Well, I didn't adventure so far and build my empire just to fade to dust. My contacts in the Hoppers have learned that the death curse is caused by a certain necromantic artifact called the Soulmonger. And apparently their sources tell them it's in Cholt. I'm sure none of you are familiar with Cholt. In fact, most of you don't appear to have made it outside of the city, but, well, except for you, Mr. Forest Man. And
Oh yeah, but
use-
I was a young lad when I came via boat to the mainland. I don't really recall it very well.
and you, Mr. Scaly Bottle Eater.
He's literally just. Did you take the, was there corks in the bottles?
Yeah, they were corked.
Yeah, he's trying to like get it the cork, push it with his. He's gonna push the cork into the bottle with his tongue, and just drink.
Roll me a strength check with disadvantage
With
because you're just
disadvantage?
using your tongue.
All right. Where did my character sheet go? Hold on.
Um,
Oh, I was updating my thing. Wait.
Oh, the Chinese bottle trap got you.
no, that's something very different, and I'm not willing to talk about it in front of all of you. Um, well,
Where do I see
for those
that?
of you that don't know, Chult is a peninsula that's ringed with mountains and choked with dense rainforests. Enormous reptiles, savage goblins, and a army of undead that prowl these jungles and ruins. It's quite the place in an adventurer's dream. Many riches to be had. Unfortunately, mapping the place has been nigh but impossible, and not much is known about the current region geography beyond a few miles from the coast.
Excuse me. Did you say undead?
Yes, there are reports of very many undead, and one would assume that, where there's a necromantic artifact, there would be some undead.
And are they affected by this thing that you seem to be afflicted by too, as well, honey?
That is a bit unclear to me. I'm not sure. One could only assume, though. I suppose it depends what kind of undead they were, maybe. But it wouldn't be an unreasonable guess.
Well, you have my word that I will do my part to end their suffering.
With a hammer.
No.
And she says she sort of points over to the wall where there's on like I guess what you'd call a drafting type table. There appears to be a couple different kinds of charts and maps, and more importantly, there's one sort of larger map that looks fresher than the rest. It's not frayed, it's not worn. That's kind of rolled up. And Sindra says, working from dozens of sea charts and logbooks and explorers' journals, I've put together everything that we know about the current state of Chult into a map, and I'll provide it to you. It's on that table there, if you undertake my mission.
Well, honey, I think that's why we're here. So, Cookie, put down the wine, Cookie. It's okay. Just
Tickup's choking on the bottle because he accidentally jammed it back his throat and couldn't get the cork out.
I'm sorry, Sandra. I don't normally associate with the little fella here, but he obviously needs to be cut off from any further imbibement of the spirits.
He literally hasn't had any. He couldn't get the bottle open. He's choking on the bottle.
Hold on a second. She kind of leans down and grabs the bottle and yanks it out of his hands.
It's gonna come out covered in spittle and with like some scratch marks because his teeth were on it. He couldn't get the cork out.
She just kind of holds it with two fingers, sets it back on the table or by Sindra.
Tickup's just gonna look at the bottle forlornly, and then like make the equivalent of kobold puppy dog eyes towards Sindra. It's gonna be hideous.
So as you do that, she kind of says to you, "Well, I can see you guys care deeply for each other as a party. I'm sure that will only help in your adventures and endeavors. I'm glad you have accepted the challenge. I'm sure there's no end to the untold riches and adventures you might find in Chult. But when you're ready to depart, and feel free to finish these drinks, and maybe a couple more, they could be your last. When you're ready to depart, I can teleport us all to the port of Nyan Zaru. It's really the only major settlement in Chult, and I've been there several times before, and there's little chance of mishap. When I'm there, I have my friends I can stay with. Wakanga Otamu. He's one of the 7 merchant princes that run the city. And if you need me once we're there, that's where you can find me.
Okanga?
Wakanga.
Wakanga. Ah.
Yeah.
For Wakanda. Cool.
Yeah. Otamu, and that's O apostrophe. And if you do manage to destroy or bring me back this soulmonger, I will make sure that each of you gets a rare and uncommon magic item delivered to you, should I not be around because you've taken so long, from my personal collection.
So you got all these fancy magic things just lying around.
They're not just lying around, they're at my stores, hidden away. But if you do this for me, I will make sure that you guys get those. On top of whatever you find while you're adventuring there, I could care less for that. You can keep it all.
They look like shinies.
I'm sure there'll be many shiny, small, scaly child.
Not all of us are driven by money, but we will put the funds to good use. I have no doubt. But so, if I may, before we head off on this boat over to this Cholt place, I'd like to, now out of character,
Boat?
out of
You think I'd send you by boat?
well, how
I'm
else?
I'm teleporting us there.
Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants got your teleportation spell. Well, isn't that just special? But I must say, before we leave here, I need to find out. Now, out of character, it's just us going, right? There's not like other whole group going, correct?
Yeah, it's just whoever's in the room, and
Okay.
I'm gonna say because the other people aren't there, that they are going to be going there as well.
Okay.
They're with you guys. They're just kind of like art in a, or they're like the paint on a wall. They're just
Okay.
there.
All right. So I just want to find out who it is I'm going to be traveling with, especially since it's just such a fancy teleportation thing. And she'll walk up to the little mountain elf, little mountain dwarf first. And so tell me, Mister fella, it is a fella, right? I heard you guys, both the female and the male have. Never mind. So, what do you bring to the table for this little excursion?
I think that you know what I bring to the table. My axes will speak volume.
Your asses will speak volume. I'm sorry. What did you say?
I think you should move on now.
I should move on. Well, if I'm going to be traveling with you, I just got to know what your intentions are because, Cholt could be a dangerous place, and you might need my help, believe it or not.
Trust me, Cholt is a dangerous place.
Oh, have you been
and
there?
My axes will help us there.
Well, oh, okay. I trust you. What was your name again?
My name is Nalgren.
Now. All right, Nelly. All right, we'll keep close, and you use your axes, and I'll be right behind you. I got faith in you, little man. And she'll turn to, I guess the hooded, robed fella that looks like the ranger slash druid, whatever. And okay, and I think we met when we first came in. You were that timber man, right?
Hey, that's me.
And what do you bring to this to the table for our little excursion?
Well, see, I was born down in Cholt I don't really remember it. I remember I had a lot of fun little reptile critters that I grew up with, and I do miss playing with them, but my parents are lost somewhere in the woods. I kind of wandered away, and next thing I know, I was on a pirate ship headed to the water deep, and I didn't even realize what was going on. I thought I was stowing away on a merchant ship, and then suddenly, bam, the people started fighting. The ship was taking on water. I barely got out of there. I hopped on a plank of wood and somehow made my way to the shore. And then I just got lost in the wilderness. But I helped a merchant, and he said, "Come here." Somehow my voices are getting mixed up.
Schizophrenia.
And
anyways, yeah. So
as he tells that story, Kev, I would like to do an insight check
going
to see if he's full of shit.
Okay, whisper me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you think he's telling the truth.
Well, that's a very impressive story, I must say. But you didn't really answer my first question. So, other than you getting on a boat and learn how to swim and run away, what skills do you bring for an excursion like this? A little man over here said he's going to cut stuff down. So, what are you going to do?
So there I was in the wild by myself, no one around to help me. And all of a sudden, these druids, they showed up, and they were like, "Hey, let me teach you about the forest." And I was like, "Okay, let's do it." And the next thing I know, I'm like learning druid spells, and I'm like becoming one with the grasslands and the trees around me. And then I helped this merchant. He's like, "You want to go back to Cholt?" looks like you're from Jolt. And I go, I am from Jolt. So he said, well, why don't you go to the city and then talk to this person? And this person's looking for people to go to Jolt. And I was like, I want to go back to Jolt. So I did. I came right in.
Okay. We got you. We got you. Just calm down, little man. I'm sorry. Woody, was it? Well, whatever it is, you're Woody now. So Woody, just calm down a little bit. And I get it. You're a druid, so you can like talk to the grass and make the grass do things. That's great. That's great and all. Yeah, maybe you can like keep the short man, just make the trees go away so you don't have to cut them down. But I'm with you. I'm here to just kind of guide you guys on the path of Eldath and the light of enlightenment. And if you get hurt, I'll be there to help you. Okay? No, don't answer that. That's okay. I'll take your look as a look of consignment there. And then she'll turn over to the last guy she hasn't talked to yet. Well, actually, the guy who first came in. And I'm sorry, when you first came in, you kind of were sauntering up to the porch. What was your name again? I'm so sorry. I'm just kind of forgot your name. Talking to you, Don.
Yep. I'm gonna say very smoothly, while lifting up my shirt to show my impossible abs and tight waist.
Hey,
My name's Will.
Aren't you just proud of yourself? Yeah, okay, now I remember. Yeah, okay, I remember. You yonder, right? Yonder fella. Okay, so what do you bring to this excursion other than your fabulous man abs?
I'm gonna try to persuade and just say, enough to keep it a secret, but kind of play on her emotions too.
To do what?
Tell her that, I've got everything we need to go.
So I'm clear. Are you trying to seduce the 7-foot-tall furbolg?
Sounds like it.
No, I just want to.
That's what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
yeah. I guess
That is what it
kinda
sounded
use
like.
my good looks to go.
With
Everything's good.
with that performance check, you kind of like lift up the front of your shirt, angle down your belt a little bit, and you're like, I got the path to the treasure trail.
Oh my god. I gotta roll for my response, or I gotta just free will this?
You can with his performance, you can free roll this.
It's either yes or yes.
Now, honey, I am flattered. Okay, you just need to know that right out front. But you're just you're a little small for my liking, if you know what I'm saying. And please, I give myself to Eldath. That's the only one who gets my true feelings revealed. But you just keep on sweet talking all you want, and I'll be here to support you. But I just need to know that you're going to do more than just flash your abs when the big bad skeleton kind of jumps out from behind a tree.
Okay, then let's just go straight for the intimidation and go. I'll keep you safe.
Oh God.
Okay, you'll keep me safe. I get that. I do.
So,
I hear you. Go ahead, Kev.
That should be an advantage as well.
Yeah. So roll me a perception check, Brian.
A perception check or an insight?
You can roll an insight, I guess.
Okay, to you or public?
You can roll it to me.
Okay. Oh, I guess Don's been rolling shit to you, GM. That's why I didn't see anything.
And you get advantage on that, Don?
I believe I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're Ryan, as you're berating him, he kind of like drops his shirt back down and kind of squares up his shoulders and just kind of reassures you a bit that he can handle his shit, more or less. Like he gives you some stink eye and is like, "Don't worry, I know how to handle my tool." Or don't let me paraphrase for you, Don, but that's and you get the feeling, at least by that you're at least in somewhat competent hands.
Yeah. I'm good.
Well, I'm assuming your biceps are as massive and as muscular as your midsection there, so I guess we are going to be in good hands. So I'll let you take the lead, and you can just mow down whatever gets in your way there, sugar. And then I guess last, she's already met him, but she'll meet him again. Okay, so I don't know if the rest of y'all have met Cookie. Cookie is my little friend here that. Calm down, Cookie. Cookie, just.
It's Tickuk!
Cookie, can you just like get whatever's out of your throat so we can like understand you a little bit better, please, and tell us what is it you do besides trying to eat a bottle?
Tickuk likes shinies.
Are you just some kind of voice synthesizer?
I might be.
Because I can barely understand you.
Or no? No, it's not. It's not working.
It's working. I just barely understand what you're saying, though.
Darn it. Hold on. I gotta make it so I can hear myself. Wait, like a deep voice?
Like this?
Oh, jeez.
I was just talking like this, yeah?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like the albino in Princess Bride, who coughs a couple of times and all of a sudden speaks totally normal.
Hold on. Can I hear myself? There we go. I can hear myself now. There we go. Effect mix. Back to that one. Okay. Let's see. What's the sound like now? Nope, not that one. This one.
Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Is it understandable?
You might just have to boost your output, your input a little for the mic because you're a little bit soft.
That's what I'm thinking it might be. Yeah.
My God.
Listen, Tickuk is boss.
He's boss?
He's boss.
Okay. Okay.
Discord setting.
Cookie's boss.
Input sensitivity. Did this work at all? Is that better or not?
It doesn't sound much different to me.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Okay, what about now? No. I'm sorry. I should have did this before.
I think that actually that worked when you were like Tickuk is boss, and if you do short like sentences like that, I think it's phenomenal.
I can't change. Hold on. How does this work? No.
Just roll with it. That's good.
Okay, I'm gonna go with what I got. I'll just be loud.
Just
Bring
whenever
up the
you're
mic.
at the character, switch it off, Anthony, if you can, and then you can say shit, and then go back into only pushing it when you're in character.
Like so?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
man.
works fine. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, what was your question again, Brian?
Mary's basically introducing you as Cookie, and she's asking you what all you do, what you bring to the party, other than like just trying to eat bottles.
Right. And I was like, Tickuk.
Yeah, large giant woman. Didn't you hear? Tickuk is boss. Oh, I think that's pretty good.
Tickuk collects shinies.
Tickuk, okay, you can be the boss, okay, that's fine, but can you do you do magic stuff? Do you like stab stuff? Do you just bite stuff? What do you do?
Tickuk does this. He mage hands, and he's gonna. No, he doesn't think you're attractive, so he's not gonna flip your skirt, but he's probably just gonna like pinch you. Yeah, he's
Pinch?
gonna pinch your mouse.
You gonna pinch me?
He's pinching me.
Oh. Well, where are you pinching her at?
Pick up his boss! And he pinches you on the arm.
I didn't catch that. Pinches me on the what?
He's gonna pinch you on the arm.
On the arm.
But it's mage hand.
left
So
chesticle.
left chest. Yeah.
Huh. Well, okay, so you can make a fake hand and go try to touch somebody where you're not supposed to. Okay, very well. I'm gonna keep
He's
it.
just gonna nod like furiously. Eyes are still rolling, by the way. Like they just kind of roll like chameleon eyes, not in the same directions. They're just kind of going.
Mary's just gonna lean down to you. I'm assuming you're like 3 foot tall or something, right?
He's small. Yeah.
She's like 7 foot. She leans down, gets kind of in your face. She takes two of her big fat, sausage fingers, and kind of points them towards her eyes and points them toward yours. So I'm keeping my eye on you, sugar. You just keep that fancy magic hand to yourself. You hear me?
Tikik's just gonna like nod vigorously and try to avoid making eye contact with you because like he thinks you're hideous.
Okay. All right. She'll stand back up, looking around the crowd. Well, I guess what Eldath gives us is what Eldath is gonna use us for. So I guess we'll have to do. So turn back to Cindy. Okay, Cindy. So anything else? Anything else we need to do before we use your fancy teleportation skills?
Whenever you're ready. I'll take you there. It's not much. Make sure you take the map. And if I move everyone.
Syndra's drag queen voice is a little bit frightening, actually.
Thanks, Sugar. And I think everyone should be able to see this. We changed.
Like it's populating still, but yeah.
Yeah. So this is what the map looks like that she gave you.
Okay.
So like the other stuff's just not filled in.
In essence, it knows coastline, and they don't have good maps of the interior of the island.
But they like the mountains they can see from the coast, so that we know where those are. Yada yada.
Basically.
Cool. Okay, that makes sense.
And that was when she was talking about how dangerous it was, and the undead, and whatever else is in there. That's the meat grinder area, really.
So do we need to declare who's holding on to this map, or is it really that important? Or
it might be a good idea because you only have the one map.
Okay. Does anybody want to volunteer?
I'm happy to hold the map.
All right, Nelly. This is very important. You are the map keeper. Okay. You hold on to this, and we don't want to lose this. Okay.
I laughed. Could you please tell me again? Maybe I didn't hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I spoke too fast for you. I want you, Nelly, hold on to this map and don't let it get out of your sight. Okay? Very important. And you are the big strong man that's going to keep us from losing it, right?
Aye.
All right. Very good. Should kind of tap him on the shoulder. Could have been down a little bit, I guess, probably do that, but yeah. All right, so we're off.
Syndra says, "Why don't you all come here and grab hands together in one big circle?" And she holds out one, both what look like very gaunt hands, reflecting in the light.
Mary's going to position herself so she's not touching one of her hands. She'll let someone else do that.
Don't be shy. It just doesn't work if you don't hold my hand.
Oh, we all have to hold her hand, or we just have to form a circle?
Well, make a circle.
Okay, that's what I meant. He'll let someone else hold her hand, and he'll hold their hand.
Trex is going to move to stand next to Tikuk.
Trax is the dwarf, right?
Trex is a human.
Wait,
No, Nogrin is the dwarf.
Nogrin's the dwarf. Sorry. Okay, so Tickrick's gonna position himself between Nogrin and Trex then.
And Nogrin will take Syndra's hand because there's no way he's gonna go anywhere near the furbolg who seems to have
Hey, Tickok, I like your scales. Nice scales, mate.
So is anybody holding Mary's hands? She just stand there with her arms outstretched.
I will.
Mary feels like the girl who doesn't get asked to dance at prom right now.
She's like inhumanly tall for a middle schooler.
Yeah.
Mary was that girl. She doesn't feel like that girl.
All right, so
She's actually here because none of the clerics wanted to dance with her at the Christmas party.
hey now, let's not pick on Mary's night.
I think that Mary set herself up for that, actually.
Okay. So presumably you guys are competent enough to form a human circle.
None of us are human except him.
Sorry, a being circle. And you sort of feel a warmth kind of come through your hands and go through your bodies, and the room just starts to get brighter and brighter, and it becomes blindingly bright. And then as your eyes come to and adjust, you guys are in what appears to be sorry. There's a drawing I just opened up to everyone that says "Welcome to Cholt Player Handout." You can look at that if you kind of want to get an idea. But you guys come to, and as your eyes adjust, you see that you're in a port. And it's very warm. In fact, it's very humid and hot. The sun's bright. It's about midday. You feel the breeze washing off of the ocean that's giving you some reprieve from the heat. And again, you notice that things are a bit more brightly colored here. And there are people sort of milling about to and fro in the area. There's creaking ropes and the slapping of waves, heavy barrels rolling across cobblestones, mingled with voices of shouting and cursing in an unfamiliar language filled with clicks, inhalations, and sing-songy words that make it sound almost musical. The aroma of unfamiliar spices and tropical fruit mixed with the wharfside smells of fish, tar, and canvas. Beyond all that, Port Nianzaru is an explosion of colors. Buildings are painted in bright shades of blue, green, orange, and salmon pink, or their walls are adorned with murals portraying giant reptiles and mythical heroes that some you recognize and some you don't. Every building
Any
sports.
kobolds?
You don't know yet. Every building sports a basket of clay and urns and colorful flowers, or is draped in leafy flowering vines. Minstrels in bright clothing adorned with feathers and shells perform on the street corners. Multicolored pennants and sun awnings flutter atop the city walls. A crowd of children dressed in feathered hats and capes race past you, squealing in delighted terror as a street performer costumed as a big-toothed lizard or a large kobold stomps and roars behind them. The whole city seems to be bustling, sweating, laughing, swearing, and singing together. And I will just, for the sake of this area, I will only put one of you guys on the map at a time, and that's kind of going to be your group token. And since someone has requested that it be Tickuk, Tickuk, so it shall be.
Tickuk is boss. Just
Tickuk is boss.
Throw your token out there, buddy.
Tickuk is boss!
Throw your token on the screen, man.
Get into the sheet. Get into the sheet. Wait, no, it doesn't work if I pop the thing out. Hold on. Try again.
You literally just go to that tab, journal tab, and grab your guy. And
there we go. I put Tickuk on the map. Oh
my God! Tickuk! He is boss. Tickuk is raging through the city right now.
Tickuk is boss Godzilla.
All right, I see like multiple Tickuks.
there you go. There should only be one Tickuk now.
Okay.
Where's he at?
I guessed wrong.
That area.
Do like a
What's
shift
the
click?
command? Yeah.
Yeah, shift click, and we'll all go there.
Right middle.
There you go. I shift clicked. Did it pull everyone?
It didn't pull me.
And you just hit shift and click, right?
Hold down the shift button and then click and hold it.
Oh, there we go.
Ah, there you go. You got it.
Can anybody do that? Or just me? Yeah, just the DM does that.
Just the
Yeah.
DM. Tickuk small. I like big.
Small boss.
And
Anthony, you got to turn it off when it's not Tickuk talking.
no, I like it. It's entertaining, actually.
Is it
And-
is it really bad? Like, do you need it off? Is it?
When it's not Tickuk, I think so. I
It's
think
always
it's
Tickuk.
fucking old as shit if you don't. I like it for Tickuk.
Alright, so that's where we teleported into? Right there? Where Tickuk is?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, that's where you guys sort of teleported. So as you guys sort of look around you in awe and wonder at this strange land, and Nalgrin, you're sort of, and even Trex, you're sort of breathing it all in, and some memories are coming back to you about your childhoods, or at least when you were here. These are feelings that, and the environment isn't something that's seen too much on the mainland, or at least that you haven't found yet. Syndra looks to you all and says, "Well, we're here. I would suggest that you find yourselves some rooms here. There's the Thundering Lizard if, well, you're looking for a ruckus time, or Kaya's House of Repose if you want to, well, sleep."
Pardon me, ma'am. I don't mean to be rude, but don't you need money to rent rooms? I'm used to sleeping out in the wild, and I don't really have any extra coin. Is that something you can provide us?
Roll me a persuasion.
Well, yeah, I'm not good at persuading people, but what I'm just saying, if you want us to stay here and do your bidding, I think that some gold might be in order to help us get started.
She looks at you, and she lets out this long sigh, just a very much, and it's like a very much of a struggled sigh for her. She's like, and she sort of reaches into this robe and pulls out a coin purse, and she says, "I suppose I should at least help you." And she goes, "Take this bag, and I suppose that should at least get you started. There's 50 gold pieces in the bag."
Is there
Naughty.
just one bag, or is there?
Nope.
five bags?
Charlie!
And I turn,
Tickuk for the bag.
I turn and look at Mary's, and then I look at Syndra, and I look at Mary's again, and I look at Syndra.
Are you okay, Nelly? Are you?
But I thought that you were looking after the money.
Oh, well, I can do that now, Sugar. Sure, that's fine. And she'll hold out her big giant hand to Cindy.
Syndra sort of shifts it from Trax, who doesn't look like he's had more than 2 copper pieces to rub together in his entire life, and drops it to into Maris's hand. And she says, I suppose you better take good care of the scaly child and this wild man.
Do I need to do some kind of contested thing with Tickuk since he tries to grab the bag?
It's up to you if he's actually leaping up to grab the bag. You could do you could give me a sleight of hand check.
Which one?
Oh,
of
I
us?
got it
Both?
for you. Here you go, Maze.
You gonna give it to Tickuk?
No, I'm going to snitch it from Tickuk.
So
Sorry,
okay,
I
so
did the
here's
same thing. I'm going to snatch it from Tickuk and give it to Mary's.
so Tickuk, give me a dexterity. Give me a dexterity. No, sorry. Give me an acrobatics because you're jumping to grab it. Give me an acrobatics check. So she goes to hand the bag of coins to Maris, and Trex, you see Tickuk jumping for this bag, and you go to almost bat him on the head and away from the bag, but you miss. And I guess the only chance now is if Maris rolls a sleight of hand that beats some acrobatics.
Sleight of hand? Yeah, that's one of my skills.
That's not possible.
No, that's not, because I have a +1 to my sleight of hand.
5% chance of everything being possible in D&D.
But you don't do crits as a success, right?
Oh yeah, dude. Crits are always.
Crits are only hit attack.
Well, that's up to
Yeah.
Kev. That's why I was asking.
Good question. I'll say on occasion it will yield fantastic results, but sometimes not everything is going to be applicable to have a crit if you roll a 20.
Okay, so
Like
I'm just saying I can't roll a 23. It's physically impossible. So unless a
if
crit
you roll
is
a
gonna...
20, I will rule that you can
Catch
From-
Tickuk instead of let's say you just grab Tickuk right here.
that makes more sense.
your
Oh,
big
that's
hairy
what I
arm
would
just
do,
like
grab
goes
Tickuk.
out and Tickuk just jumps right into your beefy forearm.
Yeah, whatever. She just kind of watches as Tickuk jumps up and then pulls the bag away.
Maybe you could use athletics and just kind of strong arm him.
No, Mary. Okay, well, I guess Cookie's gonna hold on to the money then.
Nalgren's gonna reach out and try to grapple Tickuk.
Tickuk's gonna try and scoot around. But he's not leaving the party. He's staying with the party. He's just gonna be like, how big is this? It's 50 gold pieces, and he's 3 feet tall. So with the stuff he's already got, he's literally just like gonna be like clutching this to his chest and just like tottering along, looking like an oversized toddler.
Now, Cookie, don't you go spend that on a bunch of spirits. You hear me? That's for all of us, so we can have a place to sleep. That's not outdoors in the streets.
Look right there! Look, hey, we can sleep there!
Yeah, by the way, if you're looking for a place to sleep outdoors in the streets, right over here, just to the our left, I swear, I think I spent like 6 nights there. And then I hopped on a boat, one of these small skiffs over here, and then I got off that one because that one went out fishing, and then I hopped on one right around this corner, man. We are so close to where I hopped on a ship to go to the
Tickuk
mainland.
starts wandering away.
Okay,
like
stop.
Speech.
Cookie. You stay close. I don't want you wandering off. I let you have that gold for a reason. And we're trusting you to do what's right.
Oh man, I was looking for a sound effect, but I can't find one. I was gonna do like a jingle jingle, but I can't find one. No, Tikuk is sticking with the party, but he's just gonna be like enamored with this case of coins because it's more, and anytime he gets more, there you go. More shinies is better.
So Marys will turn back to Cindy. Now, where do you suggest we go? I guess someone we talk to first. Someplace we should go look first. Where would you suggest we start now, Sugar?
Well, if you go to the Thundering Lizard, you can have a ruckus time. That's the inn. Or Kaya's House of Repose for a good night's sleeps. They're both in the Red Bazaar. There are plenty of guides around. There might be some postings. But really, it's up to you where you guys want to go. I'm going to go to the villa of my friend Wakanga Otamu.
All right, and can we have the address of the location of where you'll be at in case we need to contact you again?
If you go to where's that? If you're looking for Wakanga, you'll be able to find him in the golden. What's that area called again? My apologies.
Oh, you don't have to tell us now. Just as long as you told us, and so we're not lost.
Yeah, she'll tell you where it is. It's not that place. Yeah, so she'll tell they're kind of like the people that run the city, so people do know where they are.
Okay. All right. All right. So Mary's will take the address and make note of it, whether she marks it down or parchment or not. But all right, so fellas, I guess we just need to start asking around and figure out where we go to see where this curse thing is maybe originating. So I think my opinion is we should just stick together for a little bit, at least at first, and then yes.
Syndra just left, right?
She's leaving ish, walking, kind of walking away.
Okay.
Should we be concerned that we don't know how to contact her or find her? Like, hey,
no,
where are you
she
going?
told us where,
don't
she
you
told us
have
where to find
magical
her.
items? Huh?
Yeah, she said where to find her.
Oh, okay.
She's staying at her merchant prince's friend's place.
And we know where that's at on the map.
Yeah.
Well,
you've been told
it's what Wanga Tamu, and he's one of the merchant princes, so it's probably not going to be difficult.
I remember that from the African tribe name.
Yeah, so we're basically physically we don't know, but our characters know where that is on the map. And tomorrow, when we all meet up to actually get this underway, depending on what trouble we get in today, is when the adventure will really kick off.
Yeah,
sounds good.
So I need 5 minutes right now, guys. My one dog is about to is crossing his legs to go outside. So why don't we take a 5-minute break and then
Tikuk's got something to do while you do that.
And you guys can sort of talk about what you guys want to do. Oh, so Tikuk's taking Mrs. Tikuk to 1 minute of heaven. Good style.
Tikuk looks around to the group members, goes, "I'll divvy up the gold," and then he's like, "One for you, one for Tikuk, one for you, one for Tikuk." Oh, that really broke up.
Tikuk's doing that with the group, or just with strangers on the street?
No, the group.
All right, now, Cookie, that's not how we split things up evenly.
Tikuk skips Mary's on the next round.
You gotta hop out. You gotta turn it off when you're switching to Tikuk, third person.
Tikuk's gonna skip Mary's on the next round.
Nah, Cookie, and she's gonna place a hand on his shoulder.
The whole hand basically covers both shoulders and his head is squished down.
So, Cookie, I'm gonna say this one last time. you need to split this up evenly, do the right thing, or there will be consequences.
It was
How much
50,
gold
wasn't
was it?
it? Ticket's gonna keep the extra piece. That's what's gonna
It
happen.
was 50.
And there's
All right,
7
so
of
we
us.
get 10.
No,
I'm just going to record it.
there's 7 of us in total. We got the
There's
2 that were
7 of us.
weird or the minding it in here.
5 of us that I see. 5
No,
get it.
Yes, 5 in the game. Okay.
Cookie,
Snooze,
do
you
you
lose.
need me to count for you?
Cookie's gonna look ashamed. He's gonna nod.
Okay, just give me the bag, Cookie. I promise you'll get your fair share.
I love that you
He's
referring
gonna
to
hold. He's
yourself
gonna
as
hold the
Cookie
bag out.
now.
What's that, Robert? I didn't hear you.
Did he already refer
I
to
love
himself
that
as
he's
Cookie?
referring to
Yep.
himself as Cookie now.
He's gonna hold out the bag.
Oh, mission accomplished. 3 points for Brian.
So you're gonna hold out the bag.
Ticker holds out the bag to Maurice.
Now I'm gonna start sticking my big fat sausage fingers in this little bag and evenly distribute them out to everybody.
I was like, "You're not taking the bag?"
Oh, I thought you were opening the bag up for her.
No, I said I'm holding out the bag.
Oh, okay, yeah, she'll take it. Okay, Cookie, that's good.
Ticker doesn't let go of the bag.
She just kind of shakes her head a little bit. Cookie, let go of the bag. I promise you, we're all gonna get our fair share. Okay?
He's gonna do like, you ever see that vibrating thing small dogs do? He's pretty much doing that.
I'm not sure what you mean by the vibrating thing the small dogs do.
Oh, I totally get what you're
He
saying.
knows exactly what I'm talking about. Small dogs, when they get super excited, they do this like thing and they just like vibrate in place.
Okay.
Yeah, I got one of those. I got a Pekingese.
Yeah.
Now, Cookie, I'm not trying to scare you. I don't want to scare you. Just let go of the bag, honey.
He's got crocodile tears.
Are you trying to persuade me to let go of it again?
I mean, he's still holding it out. He's just not letting go of it.
All right, screw it then. Let's just do this. I'll just try to. Now, honey, come on now. I'm not going to hurt anybody. Everybody's going to get their fair share.
What is that? Insight against that?
Yeah.
Checker's like, he's gonna nod his head and let go. Look all dejected and sad.
All right, very good. She'll grab the bag, take the other hand, kind of pet top of his head a little bit, maybe scratch him behind the ears.
When you pat his head, your giant freaking hand, his whole head is gonna get crunched down, and you're like pushing his head down into his neck.
Oh, I know my own strength now. I'm not going to hurt you, honey.
Yeah, take out your dog's breakfast.
What? Eat a dog's breakfast?
No, you're a dog's breakfast, not
I don't
me.
know. I don't know what that means.
Shambles. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Very chaotic.
Oh, okay.
Dog's breakfast.
So Mary's just going to kind of turn away so she's not facing Cookie right now, and just kind of whisper to whoever's standing next to him, because maybe we shouldn't let Cookie hold the money moving forward. What you think, fellas?
I think he's a few stubbies short of a six-pack, a few sandwiches short of a picnic, if you know what I mean.
There's no need to get calling names now. I'm just saying.
No, he's my friend. Oh, look at his beautiful scales. Oh, crikey, he's a beaut.
All right, Mary's just going to turn and start divvying out the 50 coins evenly to everybody. So out of character, just per what Anthony was saying, are we going to split this, assuming that Jason and crap, I'm drawing a blank. Who the other person is? Jason and God, I feel horrible for saying this.
Do we know that they're with us? Because they weren't described to us at all.
No,
like, are they going to meet us part
I think
way?
Kev said they will.
Assume that
They
they
assume
just
they're
start
here.
with 10 extra gold in their pocket and they're in Schult or something.
Okay. I'm fine.
I mean, that's up to Kev, but that makes more logical sense for the story.
Okay, all right, so each of us, maybe that's why he said 50 to begin with, because there's 5 of us. All right, so each of us get 10 gold. Whoop-de-doo.
So that means, like, Trex there has 10 gold.
Oh, that's like 100,000 times my normal cash.
Are you saying that out loud?
That's some damn good math, by the way. That's Chult math.
Well, if you got like half a copper, then like 10 gold is like a whole lot more than a half a copper.
She only gave us the gold to pay for lodgings. It's not like she's trying to make us all independently wealthy.
Oh man, we should go get us some toads, banana benders, some cockies, some sand gropers, some crow eaters. Oh man, we could get all sorts of stuff with this game.
Mary's going to take a big fat sausage finger and put it in front of Trex's mouth. Okay, calm down, Woody. Now listen. This money is for us to find a place to stay, maybe for more than one night. Okay, so we got to be smart about this. Now, have you ever dealt with this much money in one time before, honey? She'll pull her finger off.
I mean, crikey, blimey, it's a lot of money, but I don't have any real need for money. I could sleep out here right on the docks.
Would you feel safer, hon, if I held on to your money for you?
No, what the hell? No, you're not stealing my money.
Not Sugar. You know I'm not going to steal anybody's money.
What? No tall Sheila is going to steal my money. This is mine.
Okay, honey. I'm not trying to steal your money. You keep your money. Just keep it safe. Okay, and if you want to sleep outside in the great outdoors, and you go right ahead.
Yeah, have a go, you mug. This is my money.
Okay. She will kind of chuckle out loud a little bit.
I'm literally on the Australian slang phrases to know, and it is delightful.
Alright, so I don't know if Kev's back or not. So us as a group, are we going to just try to find a common place for us all to stay? We want to start just kind of carousing some places and asking around. What do you guys want to do? This is kind of out of character.
Ticker's done things.
Check. Okay. I'm back, by the way. Sorry, guys.
My God. Cookie, what are you wearing? Where did you get that? Did you steal that from somebody?
No,
Wait a minute. Cookie?
Ticker pay shining.
Are you a girl, Cookie?
Ticker the boy.
Okay, Cookie's a boy. Okay, so why are you wearing a skirt then, Cookie?
Ticker shirt.
Okay, that's okay, honey. Okay, she just kind of puts her palm up to her forehead and rubs it a little bit. Okay, Cookie, you're fine, Sugar. Yeah. So
Shaking my head the whole way.
I mean, you guys could probably identify it as a skirt, but Ticker just bought it. And have you ever seen like a bandolier, the way it's worn like over the shoulder? And that's how he's wearing it. But on him, it's a half tunic. On a woman, it's just a skirt.
Okay. So, as you make your way through the town with your new, freshly dressed friend, you find yourself in, if you've ever been to a city in the Caribbean or the tropics, the houses are very much styled this way, very brightly colored. In the streets, you guys are noticing that medium and large dinosaurs are actually being used as beasts of burden, hauling carts, hoisting heavy loads on cranes, and to move boats along the canal. You notice that the flowers and green plants grow everywhere. They seem to spring out of the building stones themselves. The profusion of greenery needs constant tending to prevent roots and shoots from damaging buildings or tiles. Atop the walls are colorful awnings that shield the guard from what you assume the sun and the rain, which, as you guys are experiencing having been here, the sun is quite oppressive, and you can only imagine what a tropical storm might be like. Because as you walk through the streets along either side, there are gullies that are about 2 feet wide. And yeah, as you progress through the city, you also notice that there are tabaxi minstrels who wander the street and will perform for anyone who tosses them a few coin. Each each district within the city is divided by a wall, and there are open archways above the streets that are painted with murals of dinosaurs, mountains, and mythic heroes. If there's any old or ancient buildings, they're crumbling and are covered with vines and lichens that give the sense that this is a very old city. Most of the windows seem to be small. The upper floors have bamboo or thatched walls and large windows to let a breeze roll in. A lot of buildings have cisterns or wooden barrels sort of along the roof, and all the public squares have fountains or rain basins. Again, you see these contraptions that you think are related to all the rain that they get. They're wheels that might turn as the rain falls, filling cisterns, or spouts that channel water into the streets from the roofs, or pump it into the pools or mills, or turn millstones, power bellows, or lathes. It appears as though they've made do for where they are in the forest as you guys make your way down to here.
Are we following Tickcook?
Shift click.
I was just dragging Tickcook around as you were
Yeah.
describing stuff, and I was trying to make him like match up to things you were describing.
As you're sort of walking through town, you hear tell of people talking about dinosaur races. And they mention various names and talk about them that way.
Are they talking like when they say races? Is it like dinosaur or prehistoric or?
Tickcook's half lizard looking like, so is he gonna be like a god, or is he gonna be like some sort of abomination?
Well, I mean, you also saw that dinosaurs were being used as essentially mules, other types of creatures. So I don't think godlike reverie is in the cards for you here, anyways.
Tickcook's basically he's gonna see someone like feeding and watering one and be like, oh, they treat it so nice.
Can we see one whipping one, please?
Tickcook's not gonna see that. Come on, don't do that to me.
You see some that are maybe being a bit stern, but the dinosaurs, much to your shock, and I'm sure lots of you haven't seen reptiles this big, seem to be fairly well behaved.
Isn't that interesting?
Like as we've walked through, Tickcook's just like waving and nodding, but not at the people, just at the dinosaurs.
All right, so that building right here is the hotel we're heading for. Is that the directions, whatever that Cindy gave us?
Yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
All right, so I imagine as we were walking through the streets, Mary's have been kind of keeping her distance, but someone that looked like maybe they're downtrodden or hurting, she would walk up and offer to, help them with either some kind words or possibly some magical healing. But more so just to kind of hear and talk and listen to rumors about the city was her intention. So,
Okay.
However you want me to roll that, or
So your goal here is to...
I'm going to feign interest in the poor and the weak and the destitute. To
Feign
try to
interest?
I mean, it's not 100% feigned, but her real intention is to just hear rumors and possible more news of what could be causing this curse. And that's the whole reason she's here.
Yeah, you could probably talk to people and figure out some rumors. Where are you going to do the talking?
I guess it depends on what path we took to get here. If we took the long path that Cookie led us on, then I guess
Ryan,
anywhere
talk
along
to
that.
the one right here.
Going to the alley somewhere? Is that what you're saying?
The one right next to us. Just talk to that one.
This metagame, Rand?
I'm just saying it's close.
I'm trying to figure out why he's trying to put you in an alley.
Yeah.
That's not an alley. That's like between two buildings.
Which is called an alley.
The definition of an alley.
Webster's dictionary defines an alley as
the area between two buildings.
So, Kev, you really need me to kind of pick a specific spot where I'm doing this, or
No.
Okay.
No. I just kind of want to know like what you're like. Where? Anyways, why don't you roll me a wisdom check?
Wisdom check.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. Awesome.
Wouldn't be a performance?
No.
Hmm.
So you spend about an hour wandering around and talking to people, and you don't really pick up on too much. You do see that there are some people who might be making, I guess, some illegal deals around.
Illegal deals meaning like drugs and
Well, you
shit,
see-
or
Maybe not drugs, but you see some money exchanging. Quite sure why, or some goods exchange hands as well.
she'll just turn her nose up to that. She won't get involved, but she'll notice that and make a note of it, but not confront anybody.
Do you want to look for some more rumors?
Well, I don't want to hijack this whole thing. If someone else wants to do that, go ahead.
Our sorcerer. Sorry.
We have a sorcerer?
Where have you been this whole time?
No, he never told us what he was. Just that he had great abs. Right? That's what you're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, Abaddonus.
He's mostly just been flexing.
You don't have to.
I was like, Tikuk is not the guy to be looking for clues. Once again, negative intelligence.
Anybody else gonna go do it?
He's our trap detective, though.
I'll give it a try. Nalgren's more than happy to. He's excited to be back in this area, and so he's gonna create some small talk with some other sort of straight cut individuals, much like himself, and find out what's the hap. Would
Yep.
you like me to roll? Would you like me
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought. Sorry, roll a wisdom check. Sorry, I thought you saw Brian say that. Anyway, sorry.
Oh no, that's cool. So do you want it as wisdom? Do you want it as insight? What do you
Wisdom
want?
check.
You want straight wisdom?
Sorry. Yeah, I believe it's. Sorry. Yeah, insight check.
Okay, insight's different. Here you go.
Yeah. Sorry. Brian, you didn't have any bonuses to insight, right?
Yeah.
What would an 8 have been if you rolled insight? Sorry.
It would have been a 13.
Can
Okay.
we all do like an insight, or can we help or assist in any way? Oh, look! Oh, here the lands at Schult are very vibrant. In the grasslands, they speak to me. Let me help you with that.
Who's that for? Is that for Nalgren?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so my 16 becomes an 18.
Where did you roll a 16?
Up above in the insight check above where Trex rolled the guidance.
Did you whisper it? Because I don't see it.
I don't see it
Yeah.
either.
That's
Ooh,
what I was
that's
waiting
really
on. I was
cool.
like, oh, this is kind of awkward.
Did you whisper it to yourself?
No.
I only got public and GM on mine.
Yeah, I've only got public and GM, and public's the one that's linked. Here, I'll roll it.
Dude,
Yeah, there's no
it's
numbers.
not- you're in, oh, there it goes.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
That
got
was
a
weird.
solid 25 there, man. That's some insight.
Yeah.
What do we know, Kev? Or are you typing?
He's consulting the rumors table.
Oh, there's a table.
How did you know?
Because all modules have a table.
Yeah. So you sort of hear that Chult was once a playground for a green dragon. Her bones mark the location of a hidden treasure trove. If you travel to Mesro and head east across the Laughing Gorge, then south towards Kirsebal, you might stumble upon the dragon's bones and earn yourself a place in the history books.
And sorry, that was Mesro, and then east of Laughing Gorge, and then where to?
South towards Kirsebal. K-I-R Sabal. Sabal.
Okay.
All right, someone record that, please.
I did.
And yeah.
Can you share that that map of the island for us, Kev? Is that okay?
Yeah. The
Okay.
what, like the overall map?
Yeah,
Can you put it in like the compendium?
Yeah. Hang on one
what
second
time of
here.
day is it, Kev? Are we looking to hunker down and go to sleep, or should we be
It's
out
like-
exploring?
It's like mid-afternoon. It's like mid-afternoon-ish. Let
I'm
me
not
see.
Professor Pete, so this is this is exploring time for sure.
Let me make this visible to players. So in the compendium there should be the player's handout map of Chult, and you should be able to look at that and kind of.
Where are we at on that map, just to kind of give us a little bit?
Sort of the
at the
northern
top.
tip, not
Yeah.
quite the northern tip.
There,
Are
you'll
we
see
at
the
that
Bay of
port
Chult,
net-
and we're
the
at Port Nian.
Breslau or something? Are we there?
Yeah, you're at Port Nian Zaru.
Navenzaru. Okay. So it's saying go south to what the southwest.
The Gorge of
Mabal?
Mesro.
It's actually saying go to Mesro, and then it starts with the direction.
Yeah, so go to Mesro, which is in
Oh, I
Kitcher's
see it.
Inlet.
It's like
Then
kinda
south
and then a
of
little bit east.
south towards Kirsebal. So between, see that
Mesro,
Mazmushal? I can't.
No. Go to Mesro, head east to Laughing Gorge, and then go south to Kirsebal.
I don't see Laughing Gorge on there.
You can see Kirsebal on the map, though. It's directly south
Yeah,
of Mesro.
assume that gorge looking thing is the Laughing Gorge.
That would be my assumption.
Must be.
And there is something marked on there, a maze or something.
Yeah, I can't make it big enough to even see it.
I can't. Yeah. Maze Muhaha. It says Muhaha.
It says Ataz, actually, Ataaz,
Oh.
and then it's Muhaha. That's exactly how it is.
Okay.
All right, so I gotta break out the real map now. How many days travel is that? Do we know? Approximate?
I don't know the approximate, but it's a substantial amount of travel. Like, I think you can basically make it at a regular pace. Actually, let me tell you. Hang on.
Is it like a day per hex, or is it like?
Yeah, it's like a day to a
It's
day
one
and a half.
hex is 10 miles according to the bottom right of the map.
Oh, good
Yeah.
call. So I'm just curious, how many miles a day can standard travelers walk?
It's typically like 24, 25 if you're like on a road.
Yeah.
So it's about 100 miles south of Mesro.
Man,
So you're looking at,
And
let's say
that's almost.
let's say 5-6 days. If there's a road.
At least. I figure we're
Do
going to
we know
have
where
difficult
this thing is
terrain.
that we're looking for? I mean, so she's like, go find the stone, and then like, fucking, I'm gonna go to the inn, and we're like, okay.
Pretty much. We might get more
She's
info tomorrow.
confusing.
She's a dying old lady who's cursed, and essentially she's been like, "We know it's here somewhere. This is what's causing me to die. I want you guys to go."
giant fucking island that's like 300,000 miles across. Have fun.
For the record, I'm predicting that she's the bad guy, just so that you guys all know ahead of time.
I mean, spooky mask and thing. Like, I've never played like any D&D other than what I play with Brian's, but yeah, the spooky mask was.
She said she's like part of the Harpers. Like every book I've ever read that has the Harpers in it, they keep that a fucking secret. So
I don't know what the Harpers are.
Yeah, the Harpers are actually good guys in in Waterdeep.
Yeah, but the
But
only
they're not.
time
But
that
they're
they
not
would say
weird. They're not
Harpers,
weird good guys.
Yeah, they just don't talk about it though. That's what kind of struck me as odd when we were talking to her. She's like, "Oh, and I'm friends with the Harpers." It's like, I don't know. Maybe I've read too much Ed Greenwood.
Though. Friends with doesn't mean she is one.
I just keep having that State Farm commercial in my head. She sounds hideous. Well, she's dead, so.
That's exactly right. They got it from this module.
And sorry, Brian, as you're sort of asking around, looking for information, you see this Charlton human sort of stumble up to you and sort of leans into you and like gets up on his tippy toes because he's not quite as tall as you and whispers into your ear.
Oh shit. Do I want to know what this is?
Maris.
This is definitely the dude from Game of Thrones who likes the big one.
Torben, or whatever his name is.
I'm feeling a little bit slow tonight, but I finally got that one.
Is this because of my my improved wisdom check when I was trying to get information, I guess?
No.
Oh, just because I'm a big gal walking through the streets and people notice me.
Yeah.
I get that.
Correct.
I get that all the time.
So after he whispers into your ear, he collapses and sort of all of his weight is against you, like a.
Like he's dead?
I don't know. Is he dead?
Do I need to make like a medicine check real quick to see if this guy just
Give her some
freaking
guidance.
croaked on me?
Hey, Maris, is Ziploc dead? Well, he's like laying on you like that. You need some help here. Here, the landed jolt is very vibrant. Here, yeah. Here's a little bit of guidance.
So as you're performing your medicine check, he's like sort of on you. You're like half holding him up, and you're like trying to feel for a pulse. And he's kind of you see his head kind of shake, and he looks groggily, and he goes, "Oh."
I'm not sure how to take that.
Rand, write that down. That was 3 O's.
In the land, that's a vow.
I'm just basically trying to find out if this guy's like undead or not. That's my intention for my medicine check there. I don't know if tells me anything or not.
Out of character?
You get a
17.
feeling he's not undead.
Yeah, out of character, I'm like, does it look like he just woke up from being unconscious and or possessed?
All right, so I'll kind of catch him as he's falling, kind of crate him a little bit, and if I get the sense from that, you tell me that he's like on the verge of dying, then I'll use a cure wounds on him.
He actually looks pretty healthy. He looks maybe more confused. And he kind of says to you, "Oh, I have been looking for you. I don't remember what has happened, but I had a driving force to find you."
Okay, she's gonna be a little freaked out now. Okay, so okay, Sugar, she's gonna pick him up and carry him to the wherever they're staying at the inn. I don't know if we've gotten a room at this point yet or not, but she's trying to get this guy somewhere a little bit more where she can have a one-on-one conversation, not in front of everybody. Is that possible?
Yeah, you can kind of carry him. I mean, it looks a little weird that a fur is carrying a Chalton man. And roll me a religion check.
Religion. Hey,
Yeah.
I think she's okay with that. Well, not great, but she's okay. No, today she's not. I'm just doing Eldeth work here. Just turn your beady eyes somewhere else.
You hear a lot of "oh."
What?
Cookie, is that you?
No.
She's gonna ignore him. She doesn't care. She's gonna take him back to the inn, to a private room, and talk to him.
I missed that last part, Brian. Please repeat.
Which part? That I'm ignoring the crowd and just gonna carry him back to my room and have a conversation with him?
Thank you for clarifying.
What did I say the first time?
I heard something else, but it did involve carrying some man back to your room.
Okay.
So you guys get to. You're gonna roll me a. Oh, you rolled a 4.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't really recognize any symbols or anything on him, but you managed to bring him into the House of Repose, where you guys are staying, and you sort of set him down at a table, and he still at this point is looking a bit groggy.
Okay. I just know there's something not right about him, but he's not like sick or dying, right?
No, your medicine check determined he's very much alive, and very much, I guess what you would call okay, other than what seems to be a miasma or a fog that's appears to be over him.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything that'll fix
And
it. Let me check.
He asks you. He goes, "What happened?"
You came up to me and you whispered something in my ear, and that's what I was hoping to talk to you about a little bit more, maybe? Do you remember?
Well, what?
Go ahead.
Well, what did I say? I don't recall. I just remember feeling I had to find you. And he kind of gestures to everyone at the table.
Oh, we're still out in the open? Okay.
No, we're in the inn or whatever.
You're at the inn. Yeah.
Okay. We're all staying in one room?
Well, I don't know. What I just
I didn't
assumed
expect you
put him
to
down at the
kidnap some
table.
dude and drag him to your room on the first
No,
half day of Shelton.
I'm good, whatever. I just didn't know like everyone was coming into the room with me as I talked to this dude that just whispered in my ear.
Sorry. So you set him down, you buy a room, and you bring him up to the room. Whether you let everyone else in or not, that's up to you.
I'm assuming they're all going to see this. I'm not hiding it.
Okay.
Not only is she a freak, but she's kind of a voyeur as well.
Should just shake her head at that comment. All right, so I'll share with him what he whispered to me. I won't say it out loud since it was whispered to
Okay.
me, Kev.
Okay. He says, "Oh, hmm, I don't know, but I know where Umbala is from speaking to some of the travelers to Camp Vengeance.
Camp Vengeance. From some of the followers, you said, for Camp Vengeance?
Travelers or
Travelers, sorry.
yeah.
All right, so he
And
this. Go ahead.
he goes and he sort of says, I don't know what happened. I am just an alkalite for Savaras.
Sabaras. Do I know Sabaras?
Say that 3 times fast.
Sabaras.
Slap her ass. Slap her ass.
No,
Oh,
no.
you know Savaras.
You dirty man, you. You heathen.
So we're in the inn, right? We've determined.
You are in the end.
Tickle hungry.
Oh, that's a good god.
Tickle's gonna go to like the innkeeper because he doesn't pay attention to any of this stuff.
Okay.
That's the type of kobold he is. He's gonna slap 2 coppers down and demand.
Food.
You see the bartender or the
Innkeep?
bartender look a bit confused, and he like grabs like a handful of what looked like dried meat and put it into a bowl and like put it in front of you and takes
Like a dog.
basically, yeah.
Tickets.
Okay, so Tickcuck's eating. Anyone else up to anything, or are you all surrounding Brian and his most recent date?
No, I recognize that Brian's being a little bit hush hush. I'm gonna go and get myself a room.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to type it in chat, but after I have this conversation with him, I'm going to do what I can to kind of help him. Maybe even like give him one of my gold pieces to thank him for his time and tell him to get checked out. So just to recap, make sure I got my notes right. So, and I'm gonna share this to everybody. I'll go around individually to everybody, or at least try to get them in one private room to tell them what I heard, because I don't want this just blasted out everywhere. That basically, he whispered in my ear to speak to the wise guardian of Orolunga, east of Imbala. He says she can direct you to that which you seek. So that's what he whispered in my ear. Then during my conversation, he also told me about some travelers at Camp Vengeance. Said they knew something of Imbala. Is that correct?
He said that he knows where Umbala is from talking to the people who travel back and forth to Camp Vengeance.
Ah, okay. All right. All right.
You get the sense that he's like, you spend time talking to him, and it's almost like he has an amnesia of from the recent past.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But again, I had no powers that can fix that, and I'll share that with the individuals that I talked to him one on one. That he seems to be suffering from some kind of mind amnesia, altering something. But unfortunately, today, I don't think even I got to check see if I can do it tomorrow. If I have something that will fix that, I don't think I'm high enough level. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Nope, it's only a disease or a condition, so it won't help that.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have anything that can fix that.
Okay. Yeah. So he kind of says, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind getting back to the temple. I fear I should consult with the father to see what has happened.
Do you want me to escort you back there, Sugar?
And he takes a pause and a sigh, and he goes, "You could, but I think I'll be fine. But you
Well,
can find me at the temple. If you have any questions, I don't know if I can answer, but maybe someone else can help."
and did he share his name by this point? I'm assuming he has.
Yeah, he didn't directly, but he says his name is Ishak.
Ishek.
Yeah. Ushak.
Okay, Usher. I may come back and see you later at the temple. You take care of yourself, okay? And again, she takes that gold coin and she'll stick it in his hand, make sure he takes it. And you keep doing good, and I'll be seeing you. I appreciate the information. We'll see if we can come up with a way to maybe fix what ails you there.
Oh, thank you so much.
And speak to
Your
your father, dude, and see if he can help you out with that fogginess that you got running around inside there. Whatever third world demon you got up in there.
Your donation is much appreciated. It will do great good.
I,
Thank you.
I'm sure it will, sugar. And she'll escort him out, make sure he looks like he's not gonna like fall over or get mugged or whatever.
And he seems to have his legs about him at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you got a room and you're in your room, Rob.
Yep, that's right.
Rand, Don, are you either of you doing anything in particular, or?
So I'm gonna let me change this. So Trex is gonna approach the bartender. Hey, Kipper. I'd like to get a couple of the amber fluid for me and my friends, and then I'm thinking about going for a walkabout here in a little bit.
That sounds like a terrible pickup line. I'd like some amber fluid, please.
Also, right next to Trex.
Yeah, there's your amber fluid.
He's still eating. Oh Jesus!
So yeah, so he kind of lets out a chuckle and he goes, "I guess you are not from around here."
Well, it's been a long time. You see, you wouldn't believe it, but I was here when I was just a babe, and then suddenly I thought I was just walking around, and I think I was playing hide and seek for my pants or something. Next thing I know, I'm on a ship, believe it or not, and then I'm floating in the ocean, and then it was a pirate ship, and we were being attacked, and he continues and continues.
He says to you, "That is quite the story, my friend. Here, have these 2 cups on me. And
crikey, thank you.
Welcome to the jungle."
It's good to be back.
Yes. And he sort of puts the 2 glasses down in front of you and he goes, "What brings you to the jungle?"
Well, I was born here, and I really like the reptiles, and I've heard good things about the reptiles here in the city, potentially. Yeah, was this some type of a dinosaur in races?
Oh, you are here for the races. You must be a gambling man.
Now, mate, can I do a history check? Do I know what the hell race? I'm thinking races like types of species. Is that?
You begin to get the feeling that you and him are kind of talking about something that's tangentially the same. Like, sorry, you guys are like a Venn diagram. You're both talking about dinosaurs. It's just your vision of dinosaur races and his version of dinosaur races are very different. And after some conversation, you begin to realize that people here actually race dinosaurs. And
Okay, that makes more sense.
And it's something
Did
that you can't
honestly
attend.
not get that, Rand?
Dude, he's been saying dinosaur races. I've been thinking Triceratops, Stegosaurus.
Well,
He's literally saying like
asked,
that one time Dawn was an Allosaurus.
I'm like, oh, I want to go see some dinosaur races. It's like, yeah, I'm a druid, learn some shit, man. Maybe I'll find a little small one I can turn into or something.
That'd be Cookie.
And he goes, yes, Port Nyanzaru is most famous for dinosaur racing. The dinosaurs are painted very brightly colors, and every week, riders bring them through the streets and around the harbor and the city's 4 hills. It is dangerous for the dinosaurs and the riders.
Tickuk perks up at the part where you said riders.
Are usually safe. There are different kinds of races you can watch, but gambling is always involved. Perhaps you will find yourself at the races.
Well, I do have a big old sack of coins here.
Well, my friend, anyone with a sack of coins is welcome to stay here and spend them with me.
Well, let me ask you: is there any blokes around this boozer that might be helpful to us? Some crazy broad. She brought us here, and we don't know what we're looking for, where we're supposed to go, and all we know is that we're supposed to go do something and help cure some kind of death curse.
Well,
Total honesty, Jerry Maguire. Total honesty.
well, the Prince Jobal, he runs the guides here. You may hire a guide, and they may be able to help you. There is a poster on the board outside with which guides are available, what they know, where they can take you. Perhaps they will be able to answer your questions and or take you places. Guide you, perhaps?
This is interesting.
I am glad you find this interesting, my friend. You will find many things here interesting from the jungle, but just be careful. There are things in the jungle which are the things of nightmares. And things so big, it will make you feel like a scaly child friend.
All right, so Trex is gonna pass around some of the amber fluid, which, just to give you guys a little perspective. So I got like 4 pages open with like Australian phrases and things, and just to kind of help me out here in my my virgin go at being an Australian. And holy shit, is there a lot of shit to learn? A dag is a funny person. Who the hell knew that? So hopefully I'll try to implement these things a little bit. But in the meantime, he's going to pass around the ales, beer, whatever, to his companion, starting with Tickuk there at the bar, eating out of the dog food bowl.
Tickuk's just gonna pour it into the meat scrape things. I'm gonna call it meat scrapings.
The meat jerky, yeah. Okay.
It's essentially now like meat porridge.
So these guys that he mentioned that are the guides and where this is, is it in the bar? Is it out of the bar? Or where exactly can he find these guys?
It's written on the poster.
Yeah, they're like you know how like sometimes if you're in like a small town you go and they have like a center square or something where people post like flyers or whatever.
Yeah, it's like going to Publix or Kroger or something, and you got like the little tear off the phone numbers.
Yeah,
the guy who wants to sell you his tractor, or like there was a post at the laundromat I go to, and it was male private dancer seeking or for senior ladies. And it was like 55 plus senior dancer looking for dance for senior ladies.
Oh my gosh.
So among notes like that,
obviously out of character, but this I have heard that STDs are most prolific amongst people over the age of 60.
It's very true because they don't wear condoms because they don't have to worry about pregnancy. And they also didn't have sex.
Speaking as a paramedic who've done a lot of calls at care homes, that's absolutely true.
Oh my God.
This sounds like horrible life. I feel so bad for you.
No. That's great life for them.
No, for you.
Living the dream.
Yeah, we're all going to be there
I
someday.
just expect like those 55-year and older like establishments just fucking going crazy.
It's
Swingers
total
night,
meat
whatever.
market.
Would you say it's a meat grinder?
Total meat market.
So there's like a notice board that would have some stuff from about the guides, if you will, that are around and available.
So,
the
so Chucks is
tavern
just going to kind of
wenches,
share that stuff with Will and Tikuk. I assume Will's with him. I assume Nalgren's with him. Maris is out having voyeur consummation in the hotel room that she bought for her and this dude. And then he'll just share that the board has information, and he'll hand everyone a beer.
And sort of as you guys moved inside, there was a light rain that kind of rolled in, and it was raining outside. Don, what are you up to? Or sorry,
Are the
Will.
serving wenches, are those human?
Yes, most of them appear to be human, darker skin, light, flowy robes that are very colorful that kind of match the houses. Their hair is in various sort of braids with colorful beads or sort of out. I think there's a handout of what a Chalton might look like. Citizen, city of denizens. Nope. Anyways, oh, there we go. This is kind of like the style of the people here. Chalton's handout. It should be under chapter 1, player handouts.
Okay. Well, I'm
Wait,
gonna
you have
pick
to
out
read
the most attractive one and start flicking my "Hey, what's up, girl?" at her.
You flip away.
All right.
Roll me a persuasion check. Whoa.
Wait, what are these ladies?
Serving
the wenches. And there's also male wenches at this establishment because they're progressive in a society. So you succeed in this Charlton wench is eating out of your hand. Not literally, but figuratively.
Sure. All right. That's all I got for now.
She's like, "Hey, you! You need anything? I got you. I got you." And she like gives you a little wink, kind of walks away and is continuing about.
All right. That's all I needed for now.
Okay. The bartender looking at Aunt Tikuk pouring his drink into his food says his amber fluid into his dry meaty strips. Says,
They
"Oh,
absorb it well.
you are going to need to stay hydrated here, my friend. It is very hot. And when you are here, you are sweating."
He's not gonna sweat. He's a lizard.
Just going to stand with one foot up in the air, then occasionally change with the other foot's in the air.
It's a lizard, not a stork.
That's awesome. One back foot, one front foot, up,
Yeah.
one back
Yeah.
foot, one front foot. Yeah.
And he kind of goes to you and he goes, "Hmm. You might also like the fact that there are many insects for your dinner. Or if that is what your kind eat."
One of his eyes is gonna roll over towards the innkeeper, and he's gonna keep eating. And then he's gonna finish it. He's gonna just give a nice little little. That's his little burp. And then he's gonna patter off away towards the group because people look like they're starting to do stuff.
Okay.
And they got shinies earlier, and if they're gonna be like giving up their shinies, he wants them.
Okay.
Just in case. He's gotta keep the opportunity open.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I guess you all kind of reconvene and gather.
Yeah, I would have shared with everybody what I learned from the guy. And
Well,
go ahead.
sorry, I was saying because we all just reconvened and Trex just gave us all beer, right? Well, amber liquid.
Yes. For those that want to know, it's called Tej.
Oh, okay, I see where you posted that.
Yeah.
Hey, I wasn't too far off, huh? It even says amber colored right in it.
Yeah, I thought you had read into the book or something. I was like, you bastard.
Dude, this Aussie site is awesome. Here, just so you know, I'm not reading ahead. It literally just has like alphabet stuff. I'm gonna post it in Discord so you can see. I'm waiting to do the Aussie salute when we're going through the jungle. And I definitely want to start using Bonzer a lot. Bonza job.
Well, Mary's is not going to partake in the drinking at the bar. So if the rest of the group starts partaking in that, then she's going to make her way over to that temple to see if she can talk to the head priest or whatever about what she just experienced with that dude.
Let's say I think what it was is that we're all sitting there with one drink while we discuss the metaphor was that we were all sitting there discussing
Okay.
what you were told.
Okay, that's
Do you
fine.
want a
I think-
few of us? Do you want a few of us to go hire a guide while Mary's does that?
You're asking Mary's that?
All right. We're all sitting at the table discussing.
Yeah. Well, so what do we know out of character? We know that, again, I've got information about some camp or some person east of Imbala that gives us what we're seeking. This crazy dude didn't know how he said that, so there must be some kind of magic in work there. You know what? I'm gonna roll wisdom to see if she just thinks it's Eldath speaking through him, because that makes sense for her. That's what she
Okay.
would think.
Whisper it to me, Brian.
Oh, sorry.
Never mind.
Yes, it's definitely Eldath.
Basically, you feel as though Eldath has chosen you specifically for this.
Yep.
That's how strongly you feel about it. Reality, well, I think you can tell. Not your character, but you as a person.
So
Yes.
I don't know if we'll have a conversation about where exactly this place is or how far it is there. And you guys mentioned about guides for sale. Then
Well, as the map holder, Nalgren knows those points are on the map that he took possession of at the beginning.
Okay.
Where are these races at? Is it where I'm pinging? Like just north of us?
The dinosaur racing, it kind of takes place throughout the like they race them in the city streets.
What?
I know.
I thought it was just like a arena looking thing to the north.
No, that's I think that's the bazaar. Let me just see here. Racing.
Definitely might have to go for a walkabout and stay within a cooey.
I will have to confirm exactly where it takes place, but it is available. Or they do it in the city. Yeah, because it basically what it does is it dinosaurs are painted bright colors, and their riders try to steer them along a course that winds around the harbor and the city's 4 hills. So it's basically along, I guess, in the harbor and around, and then back to the harbor is the race. So yeah, I would start in the harbor.
So aren't you guys like contemplating doing something with this race or betting on it or something like that?
No, just exploring. You know, I don't
Okay.
feel like I have enough to buy what any other stuff he'd want.
What are
But
you kidding? He thinks he's rich. Remember?
well, I mean, he's not an idiot.
Okay. I just thought you literally said that when you got your 10 gold.
1 gold, I can conquer the world. You know, obviously he knows how money exchanges hands. He just
Okay.
hasn't had a whole lot of it in his life.
Okay. So what do we know? Do we know anything other than what I just shared with you guys? Wasn't there something else that someone else learned from their investigation or carousing or whatever?
Well,
yeah, we
I
found
had-
out that the bulletin board or whatever it is might have some insight into local guides that could potentially help point us in the right direction.
Right. But there was something else, I thought.
Yeah, there was that rumor of the playground for the Green Dragon that was south of, basically south of us after you get all the directions.
Okay. Was there anything in that story that would lead me or Mary's to believe that had anything to do with the curse? As far as the Green Dragon thing?
No, not at
The
all.
most important thing we
That's,
learned
totally
is that Will is not going to have to pay for his own room tonight.
Oh, jeez.
I must have missed that. Did he show his abs again?
I think he did that kind of GM whispering while he was over showing his abs to the winch.
I was talking to the bar wench.
Yeah. Yeah. So, again, just out of character, Mary's plans on going back to that Savaras temple.
Savaras's temple, yeah. Okay.
To try to find out more information about this dude and if someone there can help him, so she may learn something else. But she's also interested to see if there is an actual temple to Eldath here in this city.
Okay.
Now, whether or not you want to roleplay that or just give me FYI or.
I have to confirm whether Eldath is in this city or not.
Okay.
So we can talk about that later, and I'll ping that to you.
Okay.
Because I can't remember.
Okay.
Give us some combat, Kev. We got to have combat day 1.
I don't know. It depends what you guys are gonna do.
We get fucking jumped, man. Come on.
That's why he wanted to send me in that alley.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I sent the big woman to the alley. Like, that was a good opportunity for some jumping. She thinks she's tall, but big boned.
Big bone. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna get into combat today, because I got a hard stop in about 20 minutes though.
That's what I'm saying, man. Come on, we gotta do a smidgen.
I can't.
Help me out.
I can't say, man. Can't say.
Crikey, you can't touch a boob there. That's a breast.
Just go outside and pump.
Get off Maris. That big Fearberg woman is not to be touched that way.
Just go out and punch somebody. There you go.
Into combat day 1, it's gotta go.
Marriage is non-confrontational.
Touch my breast here, please.
Are you done yet? Okay, go ahead. Get your kicks. Get it over with. Okay, you done? Okay. Thank you.
So yeah.
So whether or not I have enough time to go to that temple, where everyone else probably drinks themselves silly, that's your call.
You can probably make your way over there, and you might get there, but you're not necessarily like there may not be any interaction tonight.
Okay.
But I can we can take care of that.
Okay.
Hey, Kev, why don't you just take us where you have we gone as far as you kind of have planned, or did you want to go a little bit further? Or
I mean, up to you guys. You guys can look at well, basically, so you can hire like there's guides you can hire. It's kind of open until like as to what you guys want to do and how you do it.
Well, Mary's is definitely going to push the idea of looking into this, whatever it is, the East of Mbala, the Ola. Where'd I write it down at?
I
Orlunga.
definitely think that's the hook that we're looking for. So, I mean, my feeling is that we should be grabbing a guide. I mean, we were told by Syndra that we should hire a guide.
Right.
She didn't really tell us where to go, but I think that we've learned where to go, and I think that Fort Vengeance should be our first stop.
Is that towards the Green Dragon thing? Is that towards this thing that?
No, the Green Dragon thing is Curse of All.
Yeah, no, Camp Vengeance, not Fort Vengeance. Camp Vengeance is where your dude told us to go.
That's what he said. The travelers from there told him about the.
Yeah, but that's on the way to Mbala.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, if it's like midday, what are we doing? Why would we get a room? Let's go.
Because it's midday here, but we just teleported across the realms of wherever.
Dude, who cares?
This is Mary's talking to herself. She may not share with you guys, but she got that information. The dude seemed a little crazy. Like, he didn't really remember telling me what he just told me. So that's part of the reason why she wants to go back to the temple to, number one, verify he really is from that temple. Number two, see if this guy's full of shit, lead us into a trap. Just to verify that before we do go there.
But based on your role, Eldrath is the one that gave you that information through that dude. You should be ready to go.
That is true.
It's true. Malcolm is the one who got like the insight on the dragon stuff. I mean, Trex is ready to follow Nalgren down to some kind of crazy dragon bone super thing.
You guys all know Tickuk's opinion on this, right?
Food and
shinies.
Yeah, there's shinies in either one of those places. But I don't think we should go green dragon hunting quite yet. I think that we should do Syndra's business first, and then I think Syndra's business.
What Syndra didn't say where we were supposed to go, right?
Yeah, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. I'll give you that.
So roll a
d4. One and 2 is dragon, and 3 and 4 is east, south or east, south or west.
Tickuk, it's east. It's east, not west. It's east. Tickuk rolls a d1.
Oh no, it's definitely not east. It's west.
South.
No, so south. If you look at the directions and then look at the map, the place with the dragon is almost directly south of us. The instructions tell us to travel along the gorge, and then it's east of the end of the gorge. But as the crow flies, it's definitely south of us. And if you look on the map, Camp Vengeance and Mbala are both west of us, southwest.
Oh, I got you. So it is two different directions. We have to go south either way. I say we start just heading south. I mean, if we got 7 hours of daylight left, let's see how far we can get.
Do we need to stock up on anything?
Yeah, we can stock up on beer and some more gruel for you, and then we can head south.
Well, I feel you just want to leave the city, be like, "Poop, we're going."
Oh, this woman's dying. Crikey.
So there's sort of two paths here, right? So if we're going to head south, are we going to head along the river to the southwest, or are we going to head basically...
Why don't we let our guide tell us that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So we need to decide where we're going and get a guide for it.
Yep.
So where are we going? Are we going to go to are we going to go Dragonland, or are we going to go Imbala?
It depends on the guide. All right. First guide who is most familiar with either direction, we choose him.
So
I know Kevin right now. Kev is right now is saying, "Why don't you guys go freaking look at the posters that are outside, and they'll have some information."
I would never say such a thing. I don't want to make you guys feel stupid.
Why don't we go do that?
I've said the posters like 4 times.
Okay,
you said it, but you haven't done it.
Malgren is going outside and is looking at the posters. Oh, look. I'm looking at some handout.
It's almost like it was planned in such a way.
Oh, that one looks like Nalgren. We should choose him. That one looks like Nalgren's dead cousin.
That one could be Nalgren's dead cousin.
Good lord!
No, too many handouts, Tim. I'm just overloaded. My whole screen is filled. All right. We either choose the one that looks most like a party member or the hottest one. Those are the only 2 choices possible.
Can you say that in your Australian accent? Because I feel like that makes that statement that much better.
All right. So here's my take on the guides. I think that either we choose the hottest Sheila, it's always my favorite, or the one that looks most like that guy right there, and he points to Nalgren.
All right, so we can spend the next 10 minutes reading through all this shit, or
no. Salida's. She's the hottest Sheila, and her name even looks like Sheila.
If you're saying out loud that is your logic, then Mary's just gonna stomp you into the freaking ground. We are not picking someone based on their looks. That is so stupid.
Dude, if you read her handout, she actually looks like a pretty good pick.
Stop being so wait a minute.
Racist.
You're saying you read her handout?
I'm saying that she knows secret trails.
I know what secret trails you're talking about, mister. We're going to have none of that on our journey into the jungle.
You understand that most of these guys are asking for 5 gold pieces a day with a 30-day prepayment.
Good lord! Eldelf shall provide.
All right, but our Sheila, she's not. She's saying 5 gold per day.
Most of them are saying 5 gold per day, actually.
Yeah.
But no prepayment.
The tabaxis are cheaper. They're only 4 gold pieces a day with no upfront pay.
Wow, that's racist. I expected more of you.
And I like a good tabaxi. I would follow a tabaxi almost anywhere.
I'm not trusting them. They can run away and take our money.
They can run away fast.
Yeah, after seeing the prices,
that's what I'm saying. No.
Mary's is going to suggest we go back and talk to Cindy, get another advancement.
Salida.
Cindy.
Salida.
Oh, we did pick one.
Salida or it's the tabaxi. Everybody else, it's too much cash.
Salida. I chose it from the get-go before I even read the handouts. Salida, for sure.
I like the idea of tabaxis as well. They're probably more familiar with the areas.
Cats that can run away with your money or hot chicks. Put it to a vote.
No way. They don't like the Merchant Princess because they claim they're not trustworthy. If you choose us, they'll never lead you astray. River and Flask are up to the task. That's their motto. Chult is our playground. I love them. I love them.
I thought you said they were 4 gold a day.
They are 4 gold a day.
It says 5.
No, it says everyone else is 5, we're 4.
It says everyone else is 5, we're only 4.
So basically, anyone that requires a 30-day advance works for Jobel.
We're kicking anyone with a 30-day advance to the curb.
Yeah, I already closed those ones. I don't even have those open anymore.
Yeah, either that or we gotta go gambling. Or get another advance from Cindy.
I'm literally thinking it's the dead-looking dwarf or the Salida. Those were my 2. I mean, without even looking at anything, I said looks most like a party member.
You can't afford the dead-looking dwarf.
Why?
And my
Why
vote,
not?
because they want 30 days.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't
He
want
doesn't?
30 days. The dead dwarf only wants 5 gold.
What's his name? What's his name?
Musharib.
Musharibs.
Isn't that an order off a menu at a Chinese restaurant?
No, that's Musha pork.
Oh, okay.
But
Sorry.
I don't like him. He talks about recovering like Muradin's gauntlet. Like the chick, she seems to know her shit, and she talks about wine and hot chicks, dude.
Oh my god. Are you playing a
I
bard or a druid?
I could go with the dead dwarf because he looks a lot like me.
But that's my whole thing. Before he was even opening them, I said hottest chick or one who looks most like party member. And the dwarf definitely does. Not necessarily the dead one, but the other one was like 30 gold advance or something, or 30-day advance on 5 gold per day.
Okay, my vote
So-
between the three of them is Tabaxi's dead dwarf or Selita. She's third on my list.
Agreed.
Hold on,
All right.
hold on.
Put it to a vote, guys.
Hold on.
I vote
have
Selita.
Stop! I have a dumb question for Kev. I just read my first one of that Musha Ribs, whatever. By his little thing down below, I didn't read all the wording next to his picture.
Yeah.
He wants us to basically go on his quest.
So does Azaka.
That's what I'm saying. He's out.
No, I love Dwarvenkind.
I'm sure you do. But
Watch. If you click on Discord, you'll see the 3 that we're discussing.
Wait, when I closed, it didn't close him for everyone when I closed him, right?
no.
Okay, that's good.
So we got, and really, I'm agreeing with you, Brian. The dwarf, he's like all about doing his own shit. The chick's about getting some wine, and the tabaxi are about cheaper. But they can
I
fucking
don't
run
agree.
fast.
What are you talking about? She's about getting some
They're
wine.
highly perceptive and highly speedy. I think that they're going to be good.
All right, put it to a vote.
What are our choices again?
Getting wine.
Salida, Musharib, and River Mist and Flask. You get 2 for 4 gold. Something tells me there's something wrong with that picture.
No, something tells me that's great.
You're telling me that they are 2/5 of what one of the other guides is?
Well, I'm telling you that they're going to do twice the work for 20% less. To be honest.
Marriage is going to lean towards the Tabaxis.
Post it.
I don't know what their names are. I'm just putting Tabaxi.
Ticket gets boss.
Uh-oh.
Tickuk,
Who's the
What?
deciding vote?
pretty lady.
Oh, shit.
Yes!
Okay.
Which one was it? Salida? And I gotta read that shit. Salida.
She literally says Musharib is an albino dwarf not to be trusted. And I hear tell that River, Mist, and Flask of Wine owe money to the Zentarum. She literally says both of our other choices suck.
Listen, you know what American elections are like, all right?
I was gonna say.
That's what she's doing right there.
But she's hot.
To be completely honest,
That's-
is exactly why Tickuk picked her.
And that's why
Yes.
Hillary's not president, because she's not hot.
She's the one. It's 3-2. Let's go higher. Let's go.
Yep.
No, who's gonna try and hire her?
The Bard. Done.
The Bard?
Do we have a bard?
I'm sorry.
We're gonna
Ab
have to bar
Adonis.
for-
Abman, sorcerer.
Okay, so Mary's gonna kind of be word of caution here. Do we really want the guy that wants to like poke everything being the one to talk to our potential employee?
Sometimes
Whoa,
I
whoa,
think studying
slow
this,
down.
it would be a logic puzzle.
I don't have to hit everything. I know I can.
All right, can you keep it in your pants for this one, for this job?
I got you covered.
That's not an answer.
Yeah. I won't do anything she doesn't want.
Insight. Sneaky motherfucker. I know he's going to try to get her in the woods and do whatever.
I thought
Kev, can we do any kind of insight or like rely on our gods or some kind of luck roll to see if we pick the right one?
I'm pretty sure what they all have different storylines. Actually, I think in the handout.
I will say there is not a wrong one.
I have a spell that can help
That
with
makes
I
me
that.
think
feel
they
better.
probably all just get us there in a different way.
So, I mean,
And
so
isn't
here's
that the
thing.
moral of
Robert, I
life?
do agree with you. This one sounds like just a raging Democrat blaming every Republican for all of his shit. But at the same time, like at least I feel like I'm getting a little bit more information. It might be false.
Are you changing your vote?
No, I'm thinking hot chick for sure. It's just the more I learn about her, the less I like her. That tends to be how it works with hot chicks.
The more I read the 3 paragraphs that are the information on her, the more I wonder.
You're being very generous with your use of the word paragraph. I just want to point out.
Yeah. All right,
So
so
I will
hire
say that
others
you
at your
guys
own
are
peril.
ahead of my other
Liability
party because
for
they
that.
decided not to hire a guide.
What if we
So-
hire 2 guides and have them fight over who gets to actually lead us?
Tabaxis versus Salida.
Yes.
if I get a long rest, guys, I can burn one of my highest level spell slots, and I can ask my god if this is a good idea or not. If you're that worried
Yeah,
about
why don't you just do it right now? Why do you need a long rest? We just fucking teleported.
Because I don't have it prepared. I must meditate.
Think on it. Pray.
Let's not go hire her. Let's go talk to her and see if we want to hire her.
Agreed.
All right, we're walking out the door. We're going to Salida. Salida time.
Okay, and you'll find her in Havana.
I like it.
Anyways, I think now's a good time to cut it off.
No, come on, that's not a hook.
Hey,
Kev.
you're leaving for Disneyland in the morning, Rand. You haven't packed yet.
I'm
Yeah,
just
but
trying to save you from the eventual fight. That's it.
He's given himself. He's already had that fight, and B, he's got it. He's given himself another hour in his head.
Kev. I just cracked open another beer. It's like completely full right now.
Oh, that's not really a problem. I fail to see why you're complaining here. But no, I have to go because I have to be up early tomorrow. But you guys can still review the other player handouts for the guides to make sure you selected the right one.
Something tells me we selected the wrong one.
Oh, we
So,
voted. We voted. We're
Yeah,
going with
you're
Salida.
sticking with it now.
We're walking to her as we speak. When we start up next session, we'll be at her doorstep.
Yeah, and
I
there's
hate
no
you.
there's
You
no
can
wrong
hire her.
guide, guys.
Sure.
Well, don't tell us that. We like the danger. We're meat grinder mode. Remember?
There's no
Very
wrong
true.
guide, just wrong players.
Well, I didn't want to say that. I don't think that'd be fair for the DM to say.
I'm just looking forward to what's her name, Salida, to getting Playboy in the bushes and cutting his wanker off.
That would be Sally. I think you're talking about, right?
No, I'll call her by her name. That's a very pretty name.
So,
Cool.
at least saliva, dude. If you're
No.
gonna make her chop it off wangers.
No. You haven't been around her when she's met other women, right? Except for Cindy.
Might have to call her Saliva for a different reason.
Hey, none of that. All right, well, let's let Kev go, guys. Kev, thanks for running tonight. I really appreciate it.
No
Yeah,
problem.
it was fun, dude.
Yep. And I'll reach out to you guys by email, whether we end up back on the main campaign or we pick back up on this one when Kev's ready.
Alright. That was pretty fun for starting out a new character.
It was. That was good.
Hopefully everything was okay. If there's any feedback, you can always send it to me.
Yep.
Is this your first time
want
DMing?
Don to talk more.
Pardon, you want me to not talk more? Okay.
said
You guys arrive at the city.
I said I want Don to talk more.
See if
I
we
was
can get
trying to play it like this is my first time out of my own town, and I wasn't like really sure what was going on, but I know how to play.
Oh, jeez.
But no, this is technically not my first time DMing, but it's not exactly. I don't have a lengthy DMing career, so.
Oh, you did
Dude,
fine,
the
bud.
last time I DM'd something was 20 years ago. So I think you're doing a good job.
Yep, me too, bud.
Very good job.
But like I said, you guys made the wise decision to hire a guide. My other party did not, and they just decided to go adventuring into the jungle. So I'll see how that turns.
And we're never seen again.
That's because we got a Robert.
Yeah. And a good voting system for your party. I like it.
Well, with 5 members, it's easier to get shit done.
Well, I hope you never have 6 or 4,
Agreed.
We're just gonna have 7.
basically.
You have to bring in a random guy off the street. You
It
there.
all comes down to Tickek the bot.
Boss decides. Sweet.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna head out. I don't think there's any other player handouts. You have the map. You have the guides that are available and or around, and everything else.
So I'm looking at this. I can't. Maybe it's because I've had a few drinks, but I cannot decipher this logic puzzle.
What are you talking about?
Well, I figured, like, have you ever taken any kind of logic class in college?
Mm-hmm.
Took a few as like part of the interview process.
Well, so like, here's the idea: is that one of them says this one's bad, the other one says this one's bad, and then this one says that one's bad, but you can't trust this one because that one is lying, and then this one is telling the truth about this, but not that. And from
That's
that,
how you know. That's how you know A, that they're all gonna get us where we need to go, and B, they're competition for each other. So of course they're gonna. So Salida feels that the Tabaxi are her primary competition, so she's got to talk down about them so that we don't go with them and go with her. Everybody wants our money.
Here's what's crazy: we physically ruled out everyone except 3 people. And then she talks shit about 2 of the people we ruled out. That's what made me want to go.
That is pretty good, actually.
But that's also, to Robert's point, we're going to go meet her, and hopefully through that conversation, metagame-wise, insight, to see if she's full of shit or not.
With
or
guidance.
If we trust her. Yeah. Hell, I could even, if we wait till the morning, I can cast Zone of Truth.
Our next session could be 3 hours of interviewing guides.
You say interviewing, I'm thinking interrogation, like they're going to be locked down in this zone of truth with the chairs, and then someone's going to say something stupid, and Tickek's going to tell the truth, and it's going to go horribly wrong for all of us.
Hey, by the way, I think we have to rule out to the backseat because I just read below, and they need a 30-day advance, dude.
But they, Azala, what's
They
her name?
need 120 gold.
Azara or Alada, whatever her name is, she will waive it if you agree to also visit her thingy to get the mask.
Yeah, basically her quest.
No, you're right though. You're right though,
You don't have to do that
Rand.
right away though.
You're right, Rand. The Tabaxis are looking for 30 days. They're out.
30 days are out, man. They're out. So
No. Read the paragraph. 5 gold per day and a 30-day advance is what Joe Ball's flunkies want. We're happy to do 4 with no payment up.
Oh, gotcha.
So what we learned is that Woody Trex is not going to be...
No, they want equal shares in the treasure. What the hell, dude? No. Fuck no.
We've already made our decision. We're not taking the backseat, so... We're all good.
Well, no, we hadn't. We just started to say we weren't taking the backseats, and then we said we were, and now I say no, they're not getting equal shares in the treasure.
Yeah, but they're only going to guide us there and back. They're not going to go in the dungeons with us.
they want an equal share in the treasure. So we would come out with some shit. If
They're
we
gonna-
agree to hire them,
Yeah,
we're
they're just gonna
bottom.
wait for us to come out of the dungeon all half dead and clinging to 3 hit points, and they'll murder us and take all of our shit.
Agreed. Out.
As much as I'm loving listening to this, guys, I gotta go. I
Right.
will
Oh,
see you guys in a couple weeks. If you have any questions, send me a message.
Thanks,
All
Kevin.
right, all right.
all right, man.